2, 1.
Hello and welcome to Sleepless in Drakkenheim, a creation by the Dungeon Dudes, played by yours truly, the crew at Charmed Fantasy here, and DM'd by the raucous and ravaging talent of Josh Henderson. I feel like those two words really sum up his DM style. A standalone DM, absolutely. And the rest of us are different role players who have enjoyed a myriad of formats of games. Some of us creators of such things, some of us streamers, some of us enthusiastic players, a mix of all of the above. I myself am Charm. Welcome to the channel. I get to play an apothecary named Erasmus, who has multi-classed into Barbarian because I feel like raging is the only way to survive with how far we've gone into this game. I've only been able to basically figure out my role, get hit a lot, just get hit a lot. And if I find anything that helps me survive, I'm going to add that to my character at this point. So that is, Erasmus is the the young up and comer in the political scheme of Drakkenheim, whose claim to fame is not dying at a young age. So, with that said, let's pass it on over. I'm going to send it on to Laurie. Please take it away.
Fair enough. I also want to make sure that you don't die at a young age. Hey, I'm Laurie. I play Ryan Deline. Ryan is what are we? We are a level 7. Ryan's a level 7 half-elf warlock of cosmic patron. Whatever, dark wavy hair, blue eyes, got a nice cloak, leathers, and right now covered in blood and guts, coming off the high of killing the Lord of the Feast. That bastard who was not only a menace to Drakkenheim, but also had, decided to destroy and deface my family's restaurant and my home. So we're glad he's gone because that's going to help us with our next mission. And it also makes me happy because that was personal. Right now, focused on what's going to be our victory at Temple Gate. And at the same time, still kicking around in the back of our head is the fact that Erasmus actually is an heir to the throne of Drakkenheim. Don't really know what to do with that yet. There's a lot to unpack, but right now, focus on the gate. Focus on Isaac.
Hey, yeah, I'm Isaac. I'm Conflux Creatures on Patreon, Conflux Art Dice with my wife Michelle, and I'm playing Phales the Curious, a mutated beetle man who, is missing more than 2 eyes, and he's got bit by a radioactive delirium, and now he is delirium man. Big
D on his chest.
Just a fail son Gandalf trying to make it work. And that's me. On to you, Josh.
Hey, everybody. I am everyone else, including the glorious Elias Drexel, who has definitely saved the day in this fight against the Lord of the Feast. Just kidding. These fantastic 3 have defeated the Lord of the Feast in fantastical fashion, I might add. If you haven't listened to that for whatever reason, you have to. It is fantastic. It is amazing. It is some of the best combat gameplay I've seen in a very long time. So if you are just joining us, please do yourself a favor and go listen to the whole thing, right, to catch up. But also, the last episode was truly something special. But now we join the 3 of us, or the 3 of our companions here, as they basically just kick off a quiet period. They have cleared out St. Trevios Cathedral, explored, I'd say most, not all, but most of the underground area. There were dragon bones down there, big fan. There was a section that was, kind of for lack of a better term, a storehouse of the royal family, like line of succession, and all their records. There was also an additional section that they didn't unlock quite yet because it required a little bit more play with the mirrors. But now everyone is kind of standing in this empty cathedral, with the large kind of fire pit burning in the center, and the Lord of the Feast dead around them, and its minions fled. So that's what we're going to go ahead and pick up immediately here. Is we're going to go ahead and just say congratulations on defeating one of the larger, kind of, I guess, bosses in this area of Drakkenheim. You were very, very well rewarded. I hope everyone had recorded the items that they got last time. If not, I can go over them again. But suffice it to say, a couple of the seals of Drakkenheim were found. They were, disseminated amongst the crew here. Yeah, I'm going to leave it up to the three of you. What would you like to do? Dawn has broken. Dusk is when the Battle of Temple Gate will begin. Temple Gate is about an hour away. So you got a couple hours here. Not too much, because you do have to sync up, or at least Elias has to go and sync up with the Hooded Lanterns.
Yeah.
And then depending on what your game plan is for the Battle of Temple Gate, you can arrive early if you really want to, or join the Hooded Lanterns, or lead your own expeditionary force, or whatever you need to do to push forward the Battle of Temple Gate.
What do you think, Erasmus? Do you want to push onward, or patch yourselves up a little bit?
How are y'all doing? Do we need to be stitched back together? I can never tell with you, Felice, because you always look the same no matter what.
Yeah, I think I am leaking some.
Yeah, that new. I don't know if that's
blood,
new,
but it's where you would expect blood to come out of.
Right.
Well, looking around, looks like we're okay to stay here for at least a little bit if we need to.
Oh, probably not here.
Okay.
I mean, Drakkenheim's a big city. We don't there could be 3 more Lords of the Feast 2 blocks over, and the buddies just left to go get them. I don't think that's true, but it could be,
It absolutely could be. Okay. Well, if we're gonna leave,
find somewhere safe to hold up.
all right. Just take a minute. So, looking down, covered in blood and guts. Yeah, do a little wiping off. Rye's gonna scoot over to the body of the Lord of the Feast. Sniff around. I don't think there's anything on him that is of any relevance to her or her background. But she is looking at his, I don't know, body, seeing if there might be a nice little, tenderloin. She's kind of looking at his haunches, looking at his back leg, and she's going to go back and just kind of look around. And she's going to pull her knife out. She is absolutely going to take a piece of flesh from him, and is taking pleasure while she's doing it. Nothing to see here, guys. You keep going.
No, it's a big moment for you. Let's celebrate. Bailey's is going to pull out like a little pen knife and cut a little strip off and just kind of skewer it and hold it over the big fire.
Perfect. Doesn't this feel good?
Carefully inspecting it for any signs of parasite eggs or anything.
Are you gonna have that?
Well, it feels only right,
This means a lot. This means a lot.
I'm glad that I'm glad you survived. I'd kind of made my peace with you not doing that. and it's delightful to still be in your company.
I just go over and give your crab bug body a hug, and I'm like, I'll ask permission later. Thank
Bailey's
you.
gonna rattle a little
Thank
bit.
you.
Rattle. In the background, I've pulled out the like Aragorn style Bowie knife, and I'm going to. I don't remember the state of the body, but I was going to cut out the heart and offer it to Ryan.
Yeah, I mean it's she did most of the skewering on that, or the butchering on that. It's like halfway there. All you have to do is kind of like just kind of.
I'm like breaking ribs. You know?
Yeah.
Like just pulling them apart, and I'm going to hold out and just kind of for Ryan and say, I've read in many cultures, eating the hearts of your enemies just to gain their strength. I feel like you don't need it, but where we're going, I'd like to see what strength we can bring to help conquer more of these awful creatures.
Yes.
Erasmus, would you mind if I took a look at that really quickly?
Yeah, of course.
Can I
just like blow in an aorta and shoot some blood out? No.
Can I slice this heart open and see if this guy had heartworms?
You certainly can. Yeah, if you would like to.
Nice.
I don't want you know, our food costs to go up.
Go ahead and roll a luck die. Give me
That's what's
50-50 on the luck die.
Bailey's totally get your concern. I know you don't want anything strange to happen to you. I also do have the ability to purify anything that we eat as well. So there's you know,
Okay,
there
I mean,
could be a
that's
little
excellent.
safety factor
Have
there.
you been purifying the things that we eat?
Absolutely. Well, I've been purifying the things that I've been eating. We haven't been sharing a lot of food along the way.
I'm gonna point at the haunches. Did you purify that?
Absolutely. Before it's eaten, it absolutely will be. Before we eat anything, absolutely.
It changes the
Especially
flavor
guys-
though. It's really like mid once you purify it. It could be like the best food ever, but the minute you purify it, it's like adding too much salt. It just becomes a little bit not so good.
Safe though. Safe.
Does Ryan have spell slots for that?
I don't need them. Comes with my in my survivor background.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I got you
cool.
hooked up. I'm not out here.
No.
I'm not out here free ranging.
Okay, wait. So you're doing non-magical purification. You are salting the hell out of these
Mhm.
things.
Yeah. That's what I was saying. It just makes everything kind of mid.
This is the real reason why we don't share food. It's not the cannibalism. It's the oversalting.
It's the salt. Just we're all bloated. with
Everyone
sodium.
everyone thought that the line was cannibalism. Turns out the line is actually it tastes not so good.
Sodium.
Amazing.
All right. No.
But you know, it's a moral
great.
imperative. You know,
Yeah.
like it's not. You know, she knows how to cook.
Yeah.
Should we cook the heart?
I'm still like going through there like with a magnifying glass, like picking through, seeing if I can find any eggs. Because this man was dirty.
I don't even want to call him a man. That monster.
It was.
A beast.
It was.
Kill
it
the
was like
beast.
if, you know, a pack of dogs that fed on anything and everything they could.
Well, yes, but they were most assuredly people. Just awful ones.
I mean,
Fair. Monsters.
Jeez.
Who knows?
it's easier not to think about it that way after killing them. Before, maybe I would have given it some thought, but I don't think I. With having to stomach doing more of this to more of them, I'll think about it another time.
If you guys are interested, I like the thought of using the fire, cooking the heart, purifying it. It feels symbolic as we're moving on to the next.
Yes, it's quite. You know,
Feels
I'm
like there's
actually
something
quite
there.
full after my steak that I had. So
It was like the
Not a
thinnest,
problem.
Like
a
it
problem.
was like this big, and it was just thin. I'm stuffed. I couldn't eat another bite. But
Oh, done. That's fine.
Amazing.
Great. Put it on low skewer. There's,
Sweet.
it's in the fire, sitting
Um,
around doing some things.
So I will say, this creature was what 12 feet tall or something like that. It's
Yeah.
going to take an hour to cook this thing.
Oh,
I'll
we're not
take a
cooking
short
the
rest.
guy.
So
We're
I
cooking-
imagine
we're-
short
we're-
rests.
We're cutting off a little bit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're-
but also, yeah, we're taking a short. rest.
That's what I imagine. That's what I imagine. Is that
Yes.
you're kind of roasting this on this spit kind of heart,
Yes.
and resting around. I will say, I'll have you roll for this only because you just finished. Like some of you almost died, so maybe your perception isn't quite amazingly high. Go ahead and roll me a perception check, just in general. As you're kind of settling in for the long rest here.
That's a 20.
20? Okay.
Nice. That is a 16. Also a 20.
Sweet.
9.
9. Okay. Erasmus, you're a little worse for
A little
wear. I think
battered.
you're a little you're a little wrecked. So you're just kind
I
of
might be
I imagine
concussed
just
and I don't know it.
splayed
I'm
out
just
on
gonna
the
take a
ground.
nap right
Yeah.
here. It's fine.
But the rest of you notice as you are roasting this heart, it doesn't come from the heart, interestingly, but it seems as though as you're cooking it over the fire, it's hard to describe, but the sparks aren't just fire. They seem to dispel a little bit of the haze that is around you. Like it as it's kind of, as the fire is going, and it cooks this thing, every so often the oppressiveness of Drakkenheim, which you have basically lived in for the past 2 weeks, essentially, and maybe it's just, the thought of a nice warm meal after a really hard fight, or you finally get a rest before another big fight, and you are kind of relishing the victory that you have before the other fight, but the darkness or the oppressiveness and the shadow kind of abates a little bit when you see one of those sparks. It kind of just like, as it kind of goes up into, almost like rising like little embers, and it kind of like starts to push the shadow back. It doesn't actually move the shadow back a lot, but every single one of those sparks that comes up seems to kind of push it back a little bit.
Have I ever seen anything like this before?
Go ahead and roll. Let's do investigation.
Absolutely. Oh. Okay. 21.
21. I'd say in this case, no. But what is interesting is you haven't seen the sparks themselves do this, but the cleansing of the shadow or the haze or that darkness reminds you of being in the clock tower. It reminds you of being above the haze, like you are kind of in a clear space, and your mind is resting.
Examining sort of this phenomenon, does it look more like something is kind of steaming out of of the heart as like water leaves it and then like combusting in the air, or does it seem like as the heart is destroyed it is shedding something that naturally like appears as sparks?
So interestingly, neither. It actually seems to be coming from the fire. And so it actually, the more you look at it and the more you notice it, it's actually not around the heart at all. It's the big bonfire. And you I think for the first time since getting here.
Like we felt a profaneness on this in this kind of like area. Does it feel like we're more reverting to the Drakkenheim baseline?
It not necessarily the Drakkenheim baseline, actually better than. So it's when you finally kind of take a second to examine where you are, without the fear of like the Lord of the Feast or its minions, or there's a catacombs that are dangerous or any of this, or the battle. But you kind of have this moment. You take a deep breath in. You realize that you are sitting in a cathedral that is no longer filled with enemies. That is essentially holy ground for the sacred flame, and the bonfire is actually within what seems to be a ringed pit. So it's set into the actual cathedral. It's not just
so
like
this
random
wasn't a
stuff.
later edition.
Exactly. And so maybe this is some type of, like, think of like an altar. And then you recall that the religion itself is called the Sacred Flame. And so there's some pieces in your mind that you're like, maybe there's something to this that would help push the shadow back a little bit, because it doesn't seem to be coming from the heart. It doesn't seem to be coming from the fact that there's no enemies here. It just, you have the moment now to be like, oh, this is happening. Like, I couldn't see this before because it was like too chaotic. There was too much stuff going on. But now that I have this moment to rest, it seems as though the fire in this place, let's say if you were to consecrate it, or you were to purify it, or you were to have a really high level spellcaster or cleric, clean this place and sanctify it, it would become a haven, or it would become a light in the darkness.
It could be fully reconsecrated.
Right.
Like whatever magic once this was steeped in has not been gone. It's just been twisted.
Exactly. Yeah. Or it's been kind of snuffed out, or maybe not quite snuffed out, but low enough to where it's muffled the flame itself.
That's very interesting.
Lord Commander Elias is still kicking around, yeah?
Yeah, he's very much like Erasmus, kind of splayed out. He's tired and just chilling.
Fair enough. I'm going to scoot on over to him, probably sit on down next to him, and yeah, Commander, that was good.
Yeah.
That was good. How are you? Are you all right?
I am very tired.
Good warm up, eh?
Yeah.
Right? Just getting started.
Yeah.
Do you need healing?
I could use a little bit, but honestly, I will be okay if I rest a bit. And then the Hooded Lanterns also has a few healers that I will sync up with before the battle.
So question, I guess, thinking while we're resting a little bit. We know everyone's headed to the gate, and there are plans. How can we be the most effective? How can we help the most?
Well, I think you have just done the most effective thing that you could do. But in order to accomplish the battle and make sure that the battle is won, I will be syncing up with the kind of pincer contingent of the Hooded Lanterns on this side of the wall. You're welcome to travel with us, or I know that once we get to the gate itself, there will be enough work for everyone to find something that they are going to need to do. There may be a strike force or individual things that you will be required of you. So you're welcome to travel with the Hooded Lanterns.
I think with an eye to what comes after the battle, we might be best served by trying to quickly cross over the wall and link up with the main Silver Order contingent. Because provided we survive the day, Drakkenheim still needs to be retaken, and attempting to encourage the kind of political unity that might allow that. I think that the most helpful thing would be for Erasmus in particular to be with the Silver Order.
Okay.
Yes.
That's an interesting thought. I can organize a gathering here now that the cathedral has been cleared.
Oh, can you
We can muster here.
Yeah.
Can you effectively communicate with your people?
Well, not right now. I would have to link up with them, and then post battle, I can send a message to the Night Commander, and Night.
He just turns into a werewolf and howls.
Yeah, and then runs out.
I think the clock of the Silver Order, the Silver Order's approach, might make any kind of adjustment of the timelines difficult.
It would be post battle, is what.
Post battle.
Yes. I mean, considering this is assuming that we're all going to live. Let's assume.
No,
let's assume
absolutely.
that.
Yeah. Okay.
I can send a message to say everyone, we can all meet up here, and once everyone is settled in, we can have all the commanders meet up here.
I think this would be a good place to have a conversation.
barbecue coordination.
Yeah, I
This-
know that the Knights of the Silver Order will want to be here because this is a incredibly important place for them to be.
Yes,
One of the things to note is the followers of the Falling Fire, and he kind of eyes the kind of crystal in your chest, might also be heavily interested in this place,
Yes, I expect they will be.
and they decided not to help. So things have shifted a bit, I imagine, with the factions within Drakkenheim. So I think friends that we assumed existed may not be as friendly as we hoped. They may not be overtly dangerous right away, but overtly dangerous is the best kind of dangerous in my opinion.
This is Drakkenheim. We have met nothing but lovely people here, but I don't. I would not go so far to say that we have made friends.
Indeed.
Well, and
We will attempt to avoid any regrettable conflicts, but not to the detriment of our mission.
yeah, Commander, this is a good time, I guess, to ask what do you, I guess, what are the Hooded Lantern's ultimate goals with Drakkenheim, and do you think that Drakkenheim can be restored to what it was before?
And he takes I think a long moment, kind of staring into the fire of this, what essentially is like a pyre or a some type of altar, and says, I do believe that Drakkenheim can be stabilized and return to some form of glory. I also will say that I'm not entirely sure that the way that Drakkenheim used to be was the best place for Drakkenheim to be. The reestablishing the royal line and putting someone back on the throne of the royal line is incredibly important for the Hooded Lanterns. However, one of our goals is not to, and kind of turns to Erasmus in this moment and goes, the Silver Order is a very militant group. They may intend to grip Drakkenheim in a gauntleted hand rather than letting the people of Drakkenheim exist in their own way. And I think allying with them is incredibly important, but I think also maintaining them as a fighting force rather than a ruling force is incredibly important. The Hooded Lanterns is a group of citizens and Guard Watch members that want nothing more than to see Drakkenheim stabilized. And I do believe that we can get there, especially now that we have evidence of Erasmus, of your royal bloodline and your attachment to the throne. But make no mistake that it is not going to be an easy challenge, and you will be assaulted if you were to, let me rephrase, not if you were to reveal, but if it were to be revealed, and he kind of gestures to the door that you came into, if for whatever reason someone manages to find that, it's not a hidden fact that the records are in this cathedral. I need to be clear on that. It's just they have been unattainable. So now that they are attainable, it is incredibly important to know that if someone were to go looking, it's possible they could find you. They may not find you directly because I didn't even know and I knew that they were there. But it brings them one step closer to knowing who you are and that you exist. So the goal of the Hooded Lanterns is to reestablish the royal line, but make sure that it is better than it was before the fall, because the fall is what happened when Drakkenheim was weak. Does that answer your question, Ryan?
Yes. It helps with some clarification. We know the Silver Order wants to get rid of the monsters, wants to get rid of the delirium, and they're not from here. We know, well, now that you've shared with us, know what you're looking for, and it seems realistic. I was I had heard, and we're just getting a grip on all the factions and everything here. Drakkenheim's not just about fighting the monsters; it's about what's going to happen after that.
Never has been.
Yeah, well, this is what we're learning. Um, all right, and the hooded lanterns, your approach seems realistic. I'd heard some talk about, well, we're going to return Drakkenheim to its former glory. And looking around, that seems almost impossible.
Hmm.
But getting things back to some semblance of order, providing some level of perhaps safety, um, that makes sense, and that sounds like that's where you are.
That's
And
the ultimate goal.
particularly now, yeah, and particularly now that we know what we know. Um,
Commander,
okay.
I need you to understand, for your peace of mind, that I'm not going to have the Silver Order be anything other than what the Silver Order believes is best for being, and it is to pave a way for Drakkenheim to be brought back to not its former glory, but something that would allow for the citizens and the guards and every version and faction that exists to be a contributing essence of rebuilding. And we need each of the factions. We need the Amethyst Academy, we need the Silver Order, we need the Hooded Lanterns, even the Queen's Men. That it's all connected in some way, but through a unified form of leadership. I'm not sure if I'm right for that, but what I know is I understand so far each faction enough to know that they will want their piece of Drakkenheim. And I am going to make sure there is peace.
Well,
Lord Drexel, if I may, I understand that you do and should have misgivings at this point that you do not share with us. That is good and correct. If you mean to cast your lot in with Erasmus, even provisionally, I ask that you take whatever time you need to decide whether. I understand that there is a question of legitimacy, right? And that looms large in your mind. But truly, there will be a moment where the success of this project is entirely in your hands. Not merely for Erasmus's bid, but for anybody who means to. And questions of legitimacy will not be able to resolve the situation on your behalf. It will be your full responsibility to decide whether you think the person that you back is what is best for this city. And I ask that you keep that in mind as you are. I think you'll be asked to do a lot by a great many people in rapid succession. And I don't wish to be so forward as to suggest that you have not already thought through all of the implications of what actions you might take. But as a mere precaution, think on it some.
I appreciate your candor. And I will be honest, Erasmus, I knew your father, and your father was a good ruler, kind, thoughtful, and while I support your legitimacy in terms of the royal successional line, should you not prove to be right for Drakkenheim, I will not cut you down. That's not what I'm attempting to say here. What I'm saying is that I will throw my lot in with whoever I believe can stabilize this city, and I do believe that there is a royal line component that is important there. So should you choose not to want it, know that I understand completely. It is a heavy burden to bear, but should you prove unable to hold it, then
it's not that I want it or don't want it. It's that Drakkenheim is held in claws of something so great and terrible we've never understood it, and I feel like for the first time there's a hand in all this made of many fingers that can work together to wrest that claw off of Drakkenheim. I don't want, but I don't want to be this prodigal son. I don't even have an idea of my father to say I want to live up to him. I want to just do what I've done for myself, for others, and that's find the strength to make friends, to make a path for unity, to show people at Drakkenheim that it's still home, and it can be, and it will be. And if you think I'm not right, you can test me. And if you show me that I've been led astray, I look to my friends in the belief that this is a path I'm worthy of, then I'll be open to it. There's still so much of the world that Drakkenheim is, until it's not my home.
Good answer, son.
Sunlight's burning. We should move.
Quick question before we go.
Hmm.
Knowing that others will be back here,
Hmm?
if we have a minute, was there anything down in the catacombs that we saw that we don't want to leave for anyone else to find?
We took the only thing that might be problematic. We took some meager efforts to conceal. It will not keep anyone determined from finding it, but nothing will keep anyone determined from finding a thing. That's defenses are for slowing people down, not for stopping them.
Okay. All right. I take a look at the heart. It's looking good. I do a little thing. I actually pull a couple spices out of a bag, because, pull it out, and a couple razor thin slices. If anyone is interested for the battle.
Oh, I couldn't possibly.
And if not, and if not, no problem. And yeah, right. No, hey, this is a damn delicacy. We probably serve this in the restaurant. Well, not exactly his heart, but and so Rye's gonna roll up a little piece.
Artichoke hearts, mostly.
Right?
Yeah, exactly. Thinly sliced
Rye's gonna have
artichoke hearts,
some,
but it's the same
nobody
thing.
else is gonna enjoy it. That's fine. We're gonna leave it here.
Yeah.
Actually, I'll take a little bit, put it in. It'll be nice and jerky.
Put it in the salt
Nice.
pouch.
Nice
I will
jerky as
keep a
well.
piece just because of the fantasy that Erasmus has. Like, he's almost like that kid that was raised a little too hardcore on like the folklore of Arthurian tales, but like the Drakkenheim version. And so like there's always like the heart of your enemies, the component to this great spell. He's gonna keep a piece because he's like, maybe the heart of the enemy is a part of a spell that I need to cast.
Bailey's was planning to decapitate him to use it as an intimidation tactic, but then he saw how big this guy's head was and was just like, absolutely not. I'm not.
It's like a
lugging that
mascot
around.
head.
Yeah.
You're like wearing it.
I'm not traveling like 2 hours through inner city Drakkenheim, lugging a 40-pound head
wheelbarrow with
around.
a head
No
in it.
chance.
Yeah.
Hey, those ears don't look like they're too heavy.
Yeah, but no one's gonna recognize him by these ears.
That's fair. Hey, you know what? We've got all we need. He's gone, and he knows that we were the ones that put him down. For some reason, that makes me very, very happy.
Sweet.
Well, I'm glad.
Okay.
And I think we're gonna try to book it, right?
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. You guys ready?
Because we don't know how long it's gonna take us to get over the hill, or over the wall.
Yeah. So okay, cool. So you are gonna leave the Cathedral of San Trivio. What is your game plan? It is about, let's say, mid-morning, give or take, as you kind of walk into the streets of Drakkenheim. When you leave the cathedral, like out into like the square around the cathedral, there's no one left here. The Garmir here are all gone. They kind of quickly packed up stuff and left, as you saw when you kind of entered.
Yeah.
So, what would you like to do? Where would you like to go? What is the current game plan? And we'll see if we can do it to it.
Okay. Well.
Yeah, I would.
I think we're trying to
Headed
hit
to the
the
gate?
wall south of Shepherd's Gate. I
And then
don't have any
unite
notes
with-
on what's going on at the Rose Theater. Does anyone happen to recall what we might need to be worried about there?
No clue. I thought we were headed to Temple Gate to help everybody else.
Yeah,
think
but we don't
the
want to.
gates
We don't
are-
want to hit the backside of Temple Gate
Right.
because we need to get to the other side.
Exactly.
So we probably want to like hop the wall somewhere south of there. But if we go too far south, we're gonna hit the Rose Theater, which
Right.
someone marked on our map for us, but which I don't remember what is
I
happening.
want to
there.
avoid that. I want to just be at the wall close enough to make an entrance for ourselves that's safe to unite with our allies and not in the thick of our enemies.
Okay, so should it be possible, like we're gonna attempt to, like, kind of shoot the gap between the Rose Theater and Shepherd Gate to hit the wall?
Yeah.
Oh, and this reminds me, while we're walking, Commander, the seal that you've given us and you shared with us, remarkable. I understand how important it is. My first inclination was to give it back to you so that you could use it in whatever capacity to help your cause. I feel like, given our current situation, and I look at Erasmus, I think it might be a good thing for us to have. How does it help? What does do you know what it does? How can it help protect others?
This is the one that gives the 10 hit points, right?
I don't
Because
know.
I think like I have 20 10 hit points
I
from
didn't look.
the activation of something.
Yeah,
that's
Oh.
another one.
That might have been his thing. Let me pull up the
This was the
seal.
Lord, is it Lord Commander seal?
Yeah, that was what the seal did.
Yeah, it gives 10
yeah,
hit
yeah, 10 hit points. Yeah.
Okay.
It also, while these temporary hit points remain, those allies gain advantage on attack rolls and saving throws.
Oh my god.
It's once
I
once
love
a day.
that.
Okay. So I appreciate you sharing this with us. I know how important it is. And I think at this point with our situation, anything that will help us protect one another and certainly protect Erasmus, really valuable. So thank you. And we will ensure that these are used appropriately. And I am attuning the shit to that bad boy.
Cool. Does attunement take an hour or is it instant?
Takes an hour.
I think it's an hour.
Yeah.
Cool.
Could have been with our short rest
Yeah.
moment at the
Yeah,
tournament.
yeah, that's fine. I just wanted to confirm that. Okay, cool.
All right, and then I'm good to go. I've got my spells back on a short rest, so
Cool. So you guys have 3, right?
Three
Three
seals.
Seals of Drakkenheim?
Yeah.
Laurie
Yeah, I
has
think-
Lord Commander. I have Stewards. Isaac, you have
The phylactery.
the Phylactery.
You can't attune to it. Oh, you're a paladin. That's right.
Yeah, I'm a paladin.
How fortuitous.
I was like, you're a wizard. You can't get attuned to. Oh, just kidding.
He's a lizard, Waladin.
Yeah, a Waladin. That's it. A
It's like
Willadin.
this. A Willadin. There you go.
I don't know if I got the details of that into my notes.
I mentioned it. I don't
Yeah.
think anybody. We had a long session last time, so attuning to it gives you the ability to cast one of the spells on this list. I'll tell you in a second. They use a spellcasting ability and spell save DC, and it is Bless, Death Ward, Greater Restoration, Prayer of Healing, or Revivify. And it's once a day.
Beautiful.
I'll be back in a second. Sorry.
Death Ward lasts 8 hours. Yeah.
I think it's.
Sure.
Is it 8 hours?
Is it 8 hours
Yeah.
or a full day?
No, I think it's 8 hours. I think it's Death Ward is an 8-hour thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit you with Death Ward then, or Erasmus.
All right, I'm gonna be in the thickest of the thick. Mainly because my goal is what you've seen is to use my venomous aura.
Yeah.
And that means I'm going to be away from my allies so that I can poison as many enemies.
You are the one I'm least, I think is least likely to die, but also you are the one who would be most disastrous if you died.
Okay, thank you so much for that Death Ward.
Okay.
And then we still have aid from earlier. So we have. I feel like we're going to be as good as we'll ever be going into this, honestly.
I have
barring
a
a long
single
rest.
spell slot, but thankfully with those temporary hit points, I've got advantage on my greatsword attacks.
Yeah, but you can also cast these other spells as
one.
needed. Oh, you only get one?
Yeah,
Or I thought it's one.
it's
per.
Oh, it's not one each. You get to pick one each
You
day.
pick one each day. Yeah.
Oh, the other seal works the same. You could pick.
Yeah.
You get to get one each.
Yeah, but it's those ones are lower key. So animate object, create food and water, dispel magic, telekinesis.
Right, that's true.
This one's like Death Ward or Revivify or Prayer of Healing or Greater Restoration, right? Like
I think
you get a big one.
That's the same level range.
Is it?
But I mean, yeah, like because animate object is 5th level and greater restoration is the highest level one here at 5th level.
All right, let's see.
But, I mean, it doesn't mean they can't work differently.
True. These are
let's
also
see.
like Greater
You can
Restoration
use
will
your action
fix
to cast
contamination.
one. Once it's been used to cast a spell, it can't be used to cast that spell again. But you can use.
That's how. yours works.
Oh, yeah, I missed that. Oh, yeah, no, you're right.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, it is
Oh,
once.
okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I totally.
I mean,
missed
honestly,
the-
like it
For
would have been
each
good
one
either
you
way.
get once per long rest.
Yeah.
Or it says dawn. So if we fight until dawn,
Sure.
we'll get them back.
Yeah. Sure.
I mean, like we're just past dawn right now. I really hope we're not going through like 36,000 rounds of combat because that would really bum me out.
Roll for
I
initiative.
mean,
I'm like as much as I love combat, right? Like, I'm a wizard. I don't have that kind of staying power.
it's combat somewhere in the world. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. Someone is an initiative somewhere in the world. It's just not us. Some guy is fighting rats.
Okay.
Right.
Cool. We'll wait for Laurie to get back here. But great. So everyone is okay. So the plan is to scale the walls. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I have that pulled up then. Cool. Okay. Because it is a mechanic in this fantastic module. Glorious module.
The phylactery doesn't have anything about waving it at the walls, does it?
At the walls, no.
Okay. Ooh.
But
Oh wait, it does. It says as an action, you may present the seal, present a seal of Drakkenheim to rebuke the guardians.
Yeah, but it's
You
not.
must
It's
make
not the
them-
wall.
Oh,
Like,
but
you
not
can-
the wall specifically.
Yeah, not the wall specifically.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was imagining. Okay. So
Yeah,
the
like he
guardian-
walks
so
to the
there's-
wall, then waves a phylactery, and like the wall opens, right? Like that's
Oh,
not
yeah,
gonna
yeah.
open.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that would be.
I was just assuming like I'm gonna get halfway up the wall and the wall itself is just gonna animate and like boom.
The
just
phylactery
becomes
stays
a-
in Drakkenheim. Okay, cool.
Well-
Let me find the map again. Great. Okay, so to get to the wall from where you are, it will. How fast are you moving?
I think we're moving at speed.
Moving quickly. All right. Let's roll a encounter roll.
yeah.
D100.
D20.
D10,
got a
baby.
19.
Let me,
This feels good. This feels good.
Oh wait, we're rolling twice and taking the lowest, right?
Oh shit, that's right.
yeah,
moving
because you're
fast?
moving quick. Yeah. I'm trying to.
And a
find the-
6. I got
30.
so excited.
37 for me.
Okay, so I'm trying to find the chart right now. Give me a second.
Hopefully high enough to not get lost.
Right.
Yeah, show
I'm gonna
up the
wander into another boss fight before the big bad.
No, no.
Go for the what's it called, the turkey and bowling.
The turkey, yeah, no.
Yeah.
What, you've got one spell slot left? Let's not use it.
Okay, so you rolled a 6 on the d10?
5 on the D10.
5 on the d10. Okay.
6 on the D20.
6 on the d20.
37 on the D100.
37. Okay. Okay. Cool. So as you are kind of moving quickly through this area, you run into like you turn a corner and this smaller plaza opens up in front of you. And at the far end, in the direction that you're running towards the wall, you see a couple rows of a couple shops on the far wall there. And one of the shops has an old sign that's like kind of falling and kind of decrepit, falling off of it. And it looks like it's got a couple potion bottles on it, so you can assume it's kind of an old alchemist shop. And inside you see various different potions and unbroken bottles on the inside of the shop.
Yeah, Phalings would be like, let's take a shortcut through here.
Yeah. And then
Makes sense.
inside you see that the ground is like covered in what seems to be like the remnants of some spilled potions and kind of flasks.
Now, what happens when you spill a bunch of potions together? Is that something that Phalings would have seen happen to somebody at the Amethyst Academy?
Go ahead and roll. Let's say insight to see if you
okay.
remember.
Yeah, they're
like-
miscability
yeah.
issues.
Yeah.
Insight. That's gonna be a 12.
Literally anything could happen. Like the problem is that it's dependent on what was in the bottles when they broke.
There's little tentacles crawling
Well,
out.
it's
Yeah.
almost certainly inert right now, but the results of whatever happened here might have remained. Could I investigate?
Yeah, you're more than welcome to investigate. Go ahead and roll me an investigation check.
Oh, with disadvantage because
With disadvantage.
I got a point of exhaustion.
Mhm.
Okay, that's gonna be a 14.
Okay. Let's see, I'm trying to figure out what this is. Okay. So at a 14, you walk up to the kind of door, the window of this shop, and are peering in. And you kind of look in, and you're kind of trying to look at the bottles and trying to see, like, is there anything worth value in here?
Uh-huh.
I need you to roll me initiative because your hand touched some slime left on the counter there, or on the windowsill.
Oh, God.
So we're gonna kick that off.
Hated when this happens.
Whoops.
And you have disadvantage, or do we all? You have disadvantage. with your
We all have
exhaustion.
disadvantage on the initiative. Yeah.
Yeah.
Where's that from?
Whoa.
Well, kind of double disadvantage. One from surprise and one from exhaustion because we stayed up
Yep.
all night.
Oh, that's right. We have 1 level of exhaustion.
Mm-hmm.
Shoot.
Well, you guys, unless you walked up, aren't in combat yet.
I'll definitely be there with him.
Okay.
Mhm.
I'm not losing sight of Phalese for him to get another ghost flaying or something like that.
He shoots off into a building, and pretty much there's a
Oh,
beat when I look at Erasmus, kind of do one of these things, and
Yeah.
we're following
Yeah,
carefully.
there's
of course,
no,
but
there's,
no,
there's
we're in
no
it.
way Phalese could justify a detour to like see what's in the busted potion shop. So he 100% did frame that as, oh, I think I know a shortcut. This way, guys.
And then we're like, here comes the ghost tour of Drakkenheim, Phalese edition. Like waiting for the next thing.
Okay.
I got a 6 initiative.
Disadvantage with that. That's 11.
Okay. Phalese?
That was a 7 for me.
7. Okay.
Hopefully if it's like, just some slime, it might not be fast.
The spleen. God help you if you know that reference.
Okay. Cool. I think Elias is going to be useless on this first turn because he has no idea what the hell's going on. I think he's basically just going to be like, your hand is going to get kind of sucked into the black ring. And he's going to be like, what are you even talking about? And that is Elias' turn.
I feel like kind of right when it's starting, it kind of would just be like, Bailey's be like, oh, it's sticky.
Yeah. So Elias is like, what?
I feel like, what spell is Phalese casting? Like, I don't know. It's not his will.
Internally, he's freaking out at the stickiness. He doesn't know about the monster yet. But I think he would try to restrain. I don't think he'd call out for help having touched something sticky.
Cool. So Ryan, that brings us to you.
So I don't really know that there's anything up yet.
No, you see Phalese like
Not really. Yeah.
standing near the counter a little still for a moment, in a only mildly strange way.
Okay, the fact that we're here in an initiative, ready in action to Eldritch Blast anything that looks like it needs Eldritch Blasting.
I like it.
Cool.
Because Warlock.
Okay. So let's see. We are there. All right. So you are already touching this thing. So you are gonna take. We're not even gonna have it roll it because you are already
straight up
tapping
take it.
We're just gonna. Yeah, you're just gonna take it.
No.
8 acid damage.
Ah.
And that's not even its attack.
I want to kill him.
That's
We need his healing.
definitely gonna hit. Okay. Ooh.
My AC is 19 right now.
Yeah, I rolled like a 24 because I
Oh,
rolled
yeah.
like a really high.
Stop that.
I know.
Don't do
Boss
that
is-
anymore.
Bottled slime before we even get.
No. Let me find this.
Great time to absorb elements if I had a spell slot.
Yeah.
Absorb elephants. That's a Phalese spell for you.
Cool. Okay, so you take 9 bludgeoning
Ooh.
and
Just got these temporary hit points. Come on.
19 acid damage.
Jeez.
And you are wearing magical armor, right?
Yeah.
Okay, you're fine. Okay. Cool. So that is its turn. And it hits you pretty hard, and you look down, and your hand, yourself, your chitin is starting to kind of dissolve as you get covered in this. It literally like covers itself on you. It basically just feels like a massive blob this
Oh,
like black.
was this like
blob.
kind of hiding behind the like sort of like behind the counter, just sort of like flopped up? on it
Yeah,
a
pretty
little
much.
bit?
Like it's just kind of like it doesn't. It's not a creature in the traditional sense. It's literally just a blob.
Yeah.
That has like
No, I
oozed
mean like
onto you.
I've worked in potion labs. I've seen like blobs happen. You know.
Well,
Yeah.
it's been this many days since a blob
Yeah.
has happened.
Yeah,
on the,
there's a 0 on the wall.
yeah.
Oh, it's just like, oh my god, I'm gonna die like a student.
I think that's the perfect.
Put that on a
Gonna
t-shirt.
die like a
please.
student.
We're gonna brand that. We're gonna brand that.
Tenured professor.
Oh
Die
man.
like a student.
So you see that one crawling on you, and then you look over and you see another kind of pool that looks very similar on the counter in the back.
Pheles is going to like sigh dejectedly to himself as he imagines dying in this way. Looking around, do I see any potions that look intact, like from my current vantage point?
Not that you can reach like physically right now. There's a couple on the back wall, and
Okay.
there's about 3 on the back wall that they're labeled and they seem like potions, but whether they're worth it is entirely up to you.
Cool. And about how big is this space?
It's about 15 feet to the back wall.
And so there's one kind of right on top of me.
Mhm.
Is the then sort of off to one side? Like how close to the apparently intact potions is the other blob?
It's like right in front of it. So the intact potions are behind the counter. So if
Mhm.
you think of like a wooden thin counter, the blob is kind of like half on it. You can kind of see it just kind of falls off the back of it. So the chances of it being on the floor before the wall, which has the potions, is a pretty high possibility.
Yeah, Pheles is gonna just kind of let out a deep sigh. That's gonna kind of bubble, like create a big like bubble inside of the like inside of the blob, and he's gonna turn and misty step right the hell back out of here and run away.
This is the way. All right.
Arian, did you get your ready to action to blast?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Cool.
Well, but I haven't blasted anything yet because it was on top of him.
Oh, you just are like, I don't want to.
Yeah,
I don't want to
that could have been like a smothering like situation where it like penetrates right through and hits me.
Yeah,
Probably.
nope. I was waiting for something else. Maybe.
I'd still shoot.
But it's like I was wrong, and just and like teleports right back to where you guys are, and then starts running down the street away from the building.
And
Just
Elias is
going
like,
in.
what is up?
Yep.
Well.
This is
Okay.
the Pheles method.
He starts
Commander.
running
we
after
should
you.
follow him. He's like a bloodhound for these things.
His, they don't call him Pheles the Curious for nothing.
All right.
Okay.
It turns out I was mistaken. There was not a back door.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
He says as he's quaffing his last health potion.
Okay.
That was awesome.
Well, you arrive at the wall. What is the game plan now? I think as you arrive at the wall, Elias goes, all right, this is where I leave you. I have to meet up with the Hooded Lanterns because you are going up and over, correct?
Yes.
Okay. I will meet up with you at the battle. Good luck. Godspeed to you, and I will see you after we secure Templegate.
Yes. Thank you so much for all your assistance,
And
and stay safe.
And he salutes, and then just not back the way you came, but like kind of further up the wall. He seems to know exactly where he's going, so he just takes off. Okay.
Okay.
Now the three of you are alone, staring at the wall.
Let's
Okay.
climb it.
All right.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Let me pull it up here. So the walls of Drakkenheim are no joke. They are huge OGs.
Of course there.
Let's see.
Trying to remember
don't remember
The
how
last,
old it
cause I know it's been like literally like a month since we last played at
is.
least.
Mhm.
I'm trying to remember what spell did I use to move the throne.
Those animate objects.
Animate
It's
object.
animate objects. Okay, so in that case, I have telekinesis left on the seal.
Well, it's a new.
Oh, wait.
Oh no. It dawned before.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys didn't quite make the dawn cutoff when you did that.
Well, I've
Oh, yeah,
never
it-
used
it-
telekinesis.
It was done, but yeah, no,
Yeah, but it's the same. It's the same day that you used telekinesis because dawn
Okay.
dawn happened.
well,
you used
no, he
it.
used
and then-
animate object.
Animate
He has
objects.
Oh
Yes,
yeah,
telekinesis.
yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
So I don't
yeah.
have animate objects. I have telekinesis because I haven't used it at all.
Yes.
All right, I could just lift us with telekinesis.
Oh.
I think.
Hey.
Oh wait, go for it.
No, Fairies, was that that floating disc that you have? Could that take us up and over?
It's are these walls less than 10 feet tall?
No.
Oh, okay. So my disc is probably not going to manage it. It doesn't like steep inclines.
Okay. All right. Hey, good to know. I'm learning all the time. All right, Ghost, what do you think?
We all stand on the disc, and then telekinesis lifts the spell of the disc.
We could
Can-
stand on
can-
something non-magical. The disc
Oh.
will get cranky if you try to lift it that way.
Okay. We stand. Sorry about the
Angry
noise.
disc.
I mean, you could the provided it works like other forms of telekinesis. You could probably just do us one at
Yeah.
a time.
It also could do an object weighing 1,000 pounds. So I was just hoping to do us all together, since combined we don't.
Yeah, we've
Weigh
got a little
1,000
margin of error there if we want to. Oh,
'Cause there's a-
I know. Is there like a door that Fairies can like go rip off its hinges
Yeah,
somewhere?
so I was just going
like,
to say, what's in our
Not
environment?
gracefully, like just like hacking away at it with the sword to like trying to using his magic sword to pry the hinges off, kind of.
Yeah, I mean, there's you're in Drakkenheim. You can go to pretty much any
Cool.
building. Yeah.
Or steal
No,
someone's
no one's
door.
out here stealing doors.
No.
I'll just kind of like get onto it like Titanic.
Fair enough.
So one of you gets on the door, and even though there's perfectly reasonable space for all of you to stay on it. Okay, so all right. So the game plan is telekinesis. How?
Can you lift yourself with telekinesis?
Yeah. So that's. I'm curious
So
of like.
you can lift creatures or objects.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So if you're on the object and can't lift it, you can lift.
Let's take a look.
Yeah, you can lift
It doesn't say anything about not being able to do it on yourself.
Right.
Right,
I'm,
that
I'm
seems like the
more
kinda-
so curious about how far you can move stuff. 30 feet.
It's 30 feet at a time
every round.
every round. So just
Uh,
elevator up and then over and
that's
down
10
is what I
minutes.
thought. Yeah. And it's I think this is the safest way, and also I'm not going to use this in
Yeah.
battle because I can't concentrate on spells.
Yeah, there's a question of like, it does not magically give us the ability to balance on a door together, but it will lift the door. So like, as long as we keep each other from falling off,
Buddy
that sounds
system.
that sounds plausible.
Right. How high are looking up at the walls, about how high do we think they are?
they are about
In
50
increments of
feet,
30.
60 feet tall.
Oh no!
Okay.
They're tall. They're huge. They're huge walls. They're no joke.
Colossal.
Because we
Bailey's all excited to climb these walls, and he's like gets right to the base, and he's looking up, and he's just like, "Guys, I don't know about this plan."
Right.
Yeah.
we've got we could I'd rather go over without
No, the door's a
climbing. We
the
could
door's a
climb.
fantastic plan.
Let's try it.
Magic is always safe.
All right, get on the door.
He
That's
says,
not what
having
you
just
said
been half
before.
eaten
Okay,
by a
that's
blob.
all right.
Oh wait, no, I'm sorry. I misspoke.
Okay, let's do this. On the door.
All right, door surfing, Magneto lift as I bear the seal of the steward and lift us um, up. And
Okay.
save it by the magic of Drakkenheim.
I'm still
help.
trying to figure out
Magic is
like
amazing.
how this works. Okay, so you could try to move an object that weighs 1,000 pounds. If the object isn't being worn or
Barely.
carried, yada yada. You ought to automatically move it 30 feet in any direction,
Yeah.
but not beyond
So-
the range of the spell. So obviously your 60-foot range will be fine here.
Yeah, the contested
Right.
bit is if it's being like
If it's-
resisted.
Right. Worn or carried, strength check, yada yada.
It's like if there's something that's like things can't fly here, but can they be pushed? It's really
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's I'm just trying to kind of figure out the fine
I
tune.
think if there's a roll here, it probably won't be from the spell. It will probably be from balancing on a
That's what I'm
moving
looking
door
for.
with 3 people.
That's kind of what I'm looking for. Is like, is there a roll here
cowabunga. It is
that that you guys should be
like,
making for this? For
I
this
feel like that's
flying
dex save,
surfboard.
right? Like,
100%.
Dexterity
Give
saving
me
throw.
not even dexterity saving throw. Give me acrobatics, not athletics, but
Ooh.
acrobatics.
We have disadvantage, right? On
Yeah.
exhaust. All right.
Disadvantage is gonna hurt.
And so like
Acrobatics.
this is to kind of
Okay.
like keep the thing stable.
Stay on the stay on the
Alright.
Yeah. Let's see.
16 here.
16. Okay, and each of you are attuned to a seal of Drakkenheim, right?
Yeah.
Correct.
Correct.
Which the walls don't know necessarily, but we can tell them if they show up.
I am at least presenting my seal as I use the spells that the seal
Yeah.
does.
I'm
Billy
just
has
curious.
both hands firmly on the door, so he is not presenting a seal. That's
I've
a
got-
12 for Phales.
Okay.
I've got a hand on Thales as he's the most armored and most easy to grab onto, and I got a 10.
Okay. Oh man. Okay.
Is the door
We're not that
rotating?
far up. We're not
Let
that
me-
far up. Yeah.
No, you're not. But what I'm trying to figure out is something else. Hold on 1 second. Oh, okay. This will be fun. Okay, so so you get, because it moves you 30 feet almost immediately, right? So you get on and it just kind of like shoots you up. Just for everyone's reference, so that you get the same reaction that I do whenever these things happen, is I typically will do like group rules. So there's 3 of you, so at least 2 of you have to succeed if you want to succeed the check. 2 of you didn't succeed, so 2 of you failed, which is going to unbalance it, and you're going to fall 30 feet back onto the floor. Hopefully, you've maintained concentration. So as all 3 of you kind of tumble off of this, you're going to fall 30 feet, unless you kind of react to that, which isn't too bad. It's only like 3d6.
Don't use up our hit.
Yeah, no, because like if you lose concentration, I'm gonna use my
You're right.
I'm gonna cast Featherfall at 3rd level, with my last spell slot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So like
You weren't
if
gonna
I
use
cast
it anyway,
Featherfall
right?
and we
Yeah.
have like reduced weight,
Right.
can we like cling to the door still? Like I feel like it's not gonna be a lot of weight on our hands.
Yeah. So
like
Featherfall
we
at
failed
3rd
to,
level.
we failed to keep
Right.
the door like flat, but like can we grip onto it if I cast Featherfall?
Yeah,
and
so-
like not fall.
Featherfall will at 3rd level get all 3 of you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, no, at 1st level it gets all 3 of us, but I don't have
Cool.
the 1st level slot.
No, that's fine. I just wanted to double check. Okay, cool. Yeah, so you could definitely do that. This one though, go ahead and do. Because it is Featherfall. I'm trying to see.
I mean, so it like if we fall, right? What'll happen is we drift down. The door's gonna swoop down and catch,
Right.
catch us and bring us back up, but still with Featherfall active for a minute, right?
Right.
So like, I think the falling stakes are kind of resolved, even if we have no ability to. Even if we are stuck, just like, just hanging
Yeah.
on the door like this.
give me a strength check with advantage.
Mhm.
To hold on. The DC is really low, so I imagine
Okay,
everyone's
cool.
gonna make
Straight
it.
roll
but
because disadvantage too.
yeah, exactly. But
19.
it's more so just like now you're just trying to like scramble and hold on,
Yeah.
right? As opposed to balance. So 19.
Oh wait, no, 19 minus 1, so 18.
Oh, okay. I got let's see, they're 13 or 12. No, 14. 14.
Okay. What'd you get, Ryan?
We're going again. That's a 19 and some change.
Cool. Okay. Yeah, you're all fine. DC was really low on that one because of Featherfall. But you're literally like just anywhere you can grab on this door, you're like clinging on as the door just kind of.
Yeah, I feel like we don't reach a point of stability too. We're like
Yeah.
continually
Yeah,
like
it's like slowly
falling over
rotating.
it.
Yeah.
Somebody draw this.
Somebody's like trying to balance on the top.
Somewhere
Bailey's got,
Elias
like,
Drexel is
crab
like,
claw
yes.
hanging on. He's like dangling on.
Elias Drexel turns back and goes, great, there goes my king right there.
I feel like Erasmus is probably like the heaviest, so you're gonna end up like hanging from the doorknob
From the
on
corner.
the bottom, and Bailey's is just gonna be like flopped over,
Yeah,
like a fish on top.
I got one hand and a hand on.
I've
Ghost.
never used this spell before.
I knew we should have made a saddle.
I'm sure this is how it's supposed to work. This is perfect.
And
Okay, we're up.
Stupid magic.
so you even better is as you ascend, you get up to the top, and you can't see the top of the wall until you crest the rise, and you get up there, and there's this dragon sitting there, and he kind of just goes, huh, and then you're just floating in front of this tower guardian dragon, just kind of going, weird, like. But he doesn't attack because all of you have seals, so he's just like, cool, like, neat door, I guess.
Yeah, so having attuned to the seal, like, would we know that we can brandish it to?
You don't even have to brandish it. You're attuned to it, so it's
Okay.
like part of your presence. And so the dragon would have attacked you halfway up had you not been attuned. And so it's just like weird. Like,
Bailey's just like, nobody move. It might not be able to see you if you don't move.
We're moving up.
yes, it's
We
so
have
high.
Oh wait, no, yeah, the magic will run out. We need to move quickly.
Move faster.
Uh,
Bailey, stop talking.
So we do have 10 minutes of riding this door. If we want.
Oh, can we ride through the city, please?
Sorry, it's not dragons because that's in the river. It's gargoyles. There's like 3 gargoyles sitting here going like, what in God's name?
What?
Like they're just like statues, but they're moving, and they're like, that's weird.
Did you see the statue? What? I shouldn't be surprised at anything here. Okay.
Yeah, you're still floating, and they're just
Statue.
looking at you. Like they look like statues, but their heads are very clearly following you. They're like,
They look murderous.
I haven't seen that before. I'm gonna be honest with you. That's weird.
Right? I haven't seen that before. We're in the same. I'm talking to a gargoyle.
I do feel like we might be setting some kind of record for looking maximally feeble while casting like world-shaking magic.
Yeah, 100%.
Is there a prize for that? Because I think you're right.
This is definitely like Bob from Bob's Burgers finds a nuke kind of thing. Like that's
Yeah,
what's happening.
Like phenomenal cosmic powers, negative style points.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I freaking love this game. Okay.
So like, I feel like if we're gonna keep on riding the door, we would kind of get down to like just above street level, because Featherfall is gonna wear off very quickly.
Yeah.
So is the goal top of the wall or other side?
Oh, other side.
Other
yeah.
side.
Other side. Okay, cool. Yeah. So you kind of go up and over, and you see that the gargoyle's like, what the? Okay, bye. And then you just kind of float over the wall, and you just see them follow you, and they're like, that's weird. Anyway, and they just kind of like go back. Like as you descend on the other side of the wall, you see their heads like turn back to their resting spots.
Does Phalles know what the Guardians of Drakkenheim were built to repel?
That was
Because that was
amazing.
probably an Amethyst Academy job, right?
Oh yeah, probably. Go ahead and roll history. No.
And yeah, Ryan just keeps looking at it.
That is a nat 20.
A nat
Well,
20.
disadvantage because of exhausted.
Oh, wait, yeah, disadvantage. Thank you.
Nat
Not
1.
that
Never mind. That is
for
a natural
people, I'm not
three.
Natural
I'm not
30.
trying to ruin my
Can we-
my companions in any way. It's just I love to see a game played out to its most honest potential by the rules.
Yeah.
So success or failure. I know people are like, this guy's a fucking rules lawyer. I'm like,
I think
no.
No, we love it. We love it.
I-
Okay, so natural 3 for a total of 10.
I think to honor the natural 20, I'm gonna give you a fact that you wholeheartedly believe in, but is false.
Okay.
Is that there was a war against flying creatures, and the Amethyst Academy turned them to stone and forced them to guard against that. It's not that. It's literally just like magic created these, and they're just like protecting.
This is fully like like for whatever reason, like they were actually done for the guy who like whose name was on the project, like the head Golomancer or whatever was like, no, that story sucks, and like wrote an autobiography.
Yeah, but he's like a deep conspiracy theorist.
Yeah, or just like he wanted to zhuzh it up a little bit.
Zhuzh it up.
Bailey's read the autobiography, but not the actual history.
Yep. And so it's that Drakkenheim at some point in its long history was attacked by flying creatures, and as a warning to all creatures that would invade Drakkenheim in the future, they were turned into gargoyles and tower guardians. And set to guard the walls of Drakkenheim, which is not true, but it's very zhuzhed up for sure.
Yeah, those things used to be invisible and breathe pure magic.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
What? There's so much to learn about magic.
Wiped out like a whole contingent of the Silver Order, before what was that? Meletus the Cruel went and turned them all to stone. Absolute genius. Got great book if you ever real page turner.
All right, maybe later.
Yeah,
You know,
I'm
it's
trying to.
interesting.
I'm trying
He's
to
still
imagine
around
that-
too. That guy's ancient.
When
Lives
we're
up
all
to the
gathered
name,
next to a
too.
fire, and enjoying our book club time, but right now I'm just trying to guess where we need to go for the battle of all battles that'll define the fate of Drakkenheim.
So far.
Right?
He was
The
actually the
floating
first.
door.
His class was the first time I saw anyone get mummy rot.
Oh. Glad I wasn't in that class. Sounds like a dangerous place.
Oh no, he signed up. He volunteered.
Okay.
It was for extra credit.
Sure. Yeah.
He died.
Okay.
Not immediately.
Eventually, of old age, though. Yeah.
First it was the arm, and then it's
Yeah.
fine.
Okay, cool.
Fine.
So you eventually land on the other side of the outer city, on the other side, and as you do so, your feet touch the ground. Featherfall wears off, so that like your heels hit harder than your toes, and the door goes.
Are any of us? Well, the Featherfall wears off way before the other
Right.
stuff does. So
What-
hopefully
so
the
how long
roll
is
won't
Featherfall?
fall on our toes.
Yeah.
10 minutes for my spell, so I can
Featherfall
still
a
control.
minute?
So yeah. So Featherfall's a minute. So
Oh,
if we
okay. Then yeah, you
prudent,
land
we
perfectly
just
fine.
land right away. If we wanted to ride the door for the comfort and convenience of it, we'd probably do it. low to the
It'll
ground
take
and then get
you
there at the
about
end.
10 minutes to circumvent the whole thing, give or take.
Okay. I
It's
was
not
thinking
moving
how
very
quiet,
quick. So
How quiet could we be not walking while riding a door? You know what I was like thinking for
Yeah.
stealth?
I think
Stealth.
over the course of that 10 minutes we fall off several times and get back off. Do you think over 10 minutes we could get the knack of balancing on it so we can ride into the silver into meeting up with the Silver Order on the door?
I mean, it's too far for you to ride on the
Okay,
door
okay.
to the Silver Order, but I like your gusto of riding this door, which is now going to be definitely a mount for sure. Like that is going to be a way to get into the city,
Hell
which is
yeah.
hilarious to
It's adorable.
me. Hey.
I'm sorry, guys. That door idea was it could use some workshopping.
It worked. Here we are.
Yeah, well,
You surely did. You know, that's a good point. You make a strong point. Actually, you're welcome.
Right? It's one of the things I've learned about Drakkenheim and kind of learned from you. Doesn't really matter how it gets done, as long as it gets done. And
That's
here
the
we
Wizard Creed.
There we go. I'm learning that from you.
Oh no.
All right, so we're good. Look, you know, we used to say you don't want to know how the sausage is made, just enjoy it. It's kind of where we are.
The means justify themselves is what we always used to say. Yeah.
All right, let's get moving.
These are all T-shirt ideas. The means justify themselves. The Wizards of the Amethyst Academy.
One door opens.
And another door rides. Workshopping.
We'll fly that door when we get there.
Okay. Cool. So you are about, I'd probably say about half an hour from Temple Gate itself. After all of your escapades, it's probably just about midday. So you still got some time. Still got a whole afternoon.
As we're trying to like intercept, but like before we move onward, can I just like lean the door up respectfully against our against like I don't know, like in an alley, just give our trusty steed a pat.
a little brush off, a little absolutely.
Actually, I'm gonna cast Unseen Servant and have the Unseen Servant hold the door like portable cover for us.
Is he strong enough?
I don't know. Let me
doors can be heavy. Especially
I think the Unseen Servant kind of has toddler strength.
Oh, it does have toddler strength.
And this is a wooden door, a medieval wooden door.
How much does the door weigh?
How much is a medieval wooden door? A wooden door.
150 pounds, something like that. If it's
150? No way.
That's two way too heavy.
50 pounds. That's what I thought. A solid core door, 50 pounds.
Solid core door weighs 50 pounds.
So probably 50 to 60 pounds.
We could assume pieces of it are kind of gone from having been pried by magic sword.
Yeah, but a toddler can't even lift 10 pounds, let alone 40 pounds.
I don't know, man. I've tried to get my finger away from some toddlers, and it feels like that.
What size of door are we talking?
Like a normal human door.
Standard door.
Yeah. What? 7 feet tall?
Yeah. Okay. So.
I'm just thinking of like the medieval doors I've seen, and like they tend to run on the big side.
Oh yeah, no, it's not like a massive door. No.
Well, you know, maybe that's just like selection bias, the ones that have stuck around.
It can carry this door. It will be heavily encumbered and have its speed reduced, which is looks like reduced by 20 feet.
So moving 10
it's
feet?
an option to have a 10 feet moving at a time door traveling with us. I'm just really keen on us having this trope where we carry furniture unnecessarily throughout Drakkenheim, like the couch.
So how many feet
how much
in
joy
mile?
that brought me.
There's 5,280 feet in a mile, which is 528. What is it? Is it 30 feet?
That's like 20 pounds.
Like,
I don't think we need to like cash the
right.
round.
It's gonna be a while. Yeah, it's gonna be a while.
No, I mean, if it's an initiative, we're moving like Doom guy speed.
So like, in this case, I will carry the door, and then I will hand it to the Unseen Servant when we get there.
Okay.
At 10 feet per round, that's like 600 rounds. Yeah.
So I'm carrying the door. It does not encumber me because I'm not strength of 2. And then I'm just carrying this door. Just in case we get ambushed by archers or some bullshit, because I have been traumatized.
Honestly, we've been shot by some really nasty Garmier arrows. Like having a door,
that was like an hour ago.
Like a war door, not actually a terrible.
Yeah,
idea.
it was like an hour ago. Yeah, 100%.
An hour ago, I almost died via arrows.
Yeah.
So
hey, this is
strong.
Great.
This is a medieval strategy. Yeah, just put it above your head. You can walk
about all the
ground.
arrows that didn't hit you, right? Like.
You know, like
you're actually very fortunate from that angle.
a little montage of all of us pulling arrows out of ourselves over the past few days. It's like, yeah, no, that's a good idea.
The arrows that missed us looked way nastier than the ones that hit us.
That's fair. Okay, so
some of them
we've
were
got
pretty spicy.
we've got what, 5 hours, 6 hours?
give or take. It depends on what you are planning to do. So you, I'll be honest with where everyone is right now. You can probably move about an hour in the direction of where you think they're coming from. It's a pretty fair assessment. Like, you could hear them. They're an army. You could find them.
Yeah.
It'll take about an hour to find them. If you're moving at speed. If you're walking, it'll take you probably 2.
We know their battle plans, though, right?
Yeah, they're coming here, right? You guys are pretty much next to the temple.
Do we want to just do some investigation and see if we can find find anything useful and not die?
We could
I think the last part of the plan I'm big
We can
fan
find
of.
some spell slots lying around.
Maybe they're hidden
You
under
have
a
any
door,
potions?
or
Was it Aqua Spurgo?
Yeah,
What's
the Aqua Spurgo would do
Alright.
it.
Get one back.
Yeah, I think some. I might die if I drink a second one today.
they're gonna walk on you guys, and they're just gonna see bottles of Aqua Aspergo around Pheles, and he's just gonna be like, "Let me fight him!" Like,
Yeah, no, let's not do that.
It's
We're
like Johnny Ringo.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
feel like it'd be
exactly.
worse than that. I think it would be full like Violet Beauregard.
it appears our Garmir is an educated being. Now I
Yeah.
really hate him.
Now I really hate him. I have my dream is to play a Doc Holliday character in a campaign, and I
That'd
just
be
can't
sick.
find the right class that isn't the cheesy gunslinger.
Have you seen I mean, like, kind of off topic, but have you seen the Gunslinger by Heavy Arms?
No.
Best third party yeah, like I'd say tied for best third party 5th edition class.
Okay.
With MCDM's like Beast Heart, and Heavy Arms is just one dude. Really excellent design there.
I will check it out. Thank you for the recommendation. They might have
Yeah.
just completed something for me.
That would be sick.
I will
Yeah,
play
let's
my Hawk Holiday.
let's
There you
just
go.
poke around until they catch up.
Okay. Yeah,
Cool.
that makes sense. If we can do any recon or just kind of get an idea of what's going on. No, that makes sense. Okay. And let's be careful. Do our best to save our resources for the battle.
Yeah, it's up to you. Do you want to? It's called Searching the Ruins. Do you want to investigate Temple Gate? How would you like to spend your time? It'll probably be
I feel like
about 5
it's
hours.
not scouts, right? So like we've seen some of what's at Temple Gate. Any minutia that have changed are going to be relevant primarily to the battle commanders, and they're going to have their own scouts looking out for that. Let's just see if we can get some stuff.
Yeah.
I'm really broke.
You're not broke, Pheles.
If you're not broke, you're broken. It's a difference, all right?
Yes. Yeah.
Pheles, I've got you have a piece of over 2,000 gold.
Just embed it
You've got-
right in your chest.
You've
I'm
got.
I'm
a
not
little-
good with numbers. You'd think
Let's
being a
go
wizard
find
and
some
all.
things. Let's go find. Let's go
I'm
see.
not a
Let's
money
go see what
guy.
we can find.
Not a
Shocking.
money guy.
No worries. All right. Let's search the ruins.
Okay. Cool. Cool. Go ahead and roll me either Arcana, Investigation, or Survival.
Disadvantage because of exhaustion. Okay. 14.
Oh, I lost another nat 20 to exhaustion. Dang.
It loves to eat it.
Yeah, I got like a 6.
No. It's on you, Laurie.
17, I think.
Hmm.
You said investigation. All right, 17.
17. All right. Each of you find nothing.
Okay.
Yeah. So
We're
that
peeking
is
around. That's honestly one of the best things we could find.
Could be worse. We found worse.
Let's see. Hold on one second. I'm trying to see there, because there is a thing that happens, like not when you find nothing, but like you just spending time doing it.
Yeah, I think there's an encounter roll, right?
Yes. Yeah. Go ahead and give me an encounter roll.
100. Hey, and we don't have disadvantage on this one because it's not a skill check. We're
Nope.
not moving fast. Okay, 67.
Excellent.
Nice even number.
Oh, perfect. Well, let's add 6 to that for the 10.
10 for me
On
on the
the
20.
D20. Sweet. Would you get 67?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Cool. Because you guys are basically just poking around, you're not making too much noise, and so you get to roll a perception check. Should you want to roll?
Oh, I would love to with disadvantage.
Oh. Okay. 2 10s. It only takes 14. 14.
9.
9. Okay.
12.
12. Man, that disadvantage is really messing with you guys.
How do we fix that before the? How do we fix that?
Great. Okay, so you hear the flapping of wings as, quite frankly, far too many harpies start to fly overhead. And you don't see them quite in time, so we're going to go ahead and roll initiative for this group. Let's do it.
Okay.
Whoa.
And that's with disadvantage, yeah?
Yep.
Yup.
I got a 17.
17.
Oh. That'd be 4 with a +3. That'd be 4.
Oof.
Fallen star beast, you. It's okay. You're fine. You're
What'd you
alright.
get, Felice?
I got a 5.
A 5. Okay. Cool. So Rasmus, you are first as you see this, quite frankly, large group of harpies start to fly over the streets and neighborhoods that you are in.
Mhm.
They seem to not have noticed you quite yet. At least they're starting to notice you. There's movement, and they kind of start to tune into that, so they're starting to kind of swoop in your direction. What would you like to do?
I set the door down, tell my unseen servant to hold it for me, pull out my hand crossbow, and fire at them. As I'm just here to hopefully scare them away.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is there one within 30 feet?
There is, yeah. They're swooping down right now. So I grouped them. So go ahead and just roll your
Alright.
attack.
That is going to be 22 to hit.
22. Yep, that hits.
That is going to be 5 damage on the first shot.
Okay.
And then second shot is 20 something to hit,
Mm-hmm.
and another 5 damage.
Okay. Okay, go ahead and roll an intimidation check for me.
Oh, with disadvantage, I got a really good roll, 15 plus. So 17 on that.
17.
As I'm just
Mm.
like
Yeah.
floating door and
yeah. So you loose 2 arrows and you connect with one of the harpies twice, but the entire pack seems undeterred. But they kind of fly in your direction. They're not close enough to hit you yet.
Okay.
That brings us to Ryan and Phales. Ryan first, and then Phales.
Got it. And how many of them are up there? Oh,
A lot.
so they're kind of a group.
Yeah,
Okay.
but there's 13 total.
And it's too late to hide and think they're just gonna head on.
I mean,
So,
yeah, you
okay.
could run, but that's about it.
That's not gonna happen. Okay, we do not have disadvantage on attacks.
No,
We in fact have advantage on attacks.
Advantage on it.
you do.
Yeah.
Oh,
Phales
yes,
doesn't
those.
have 10 hit points anymore.
I don't want to rub it into your shell, but yes, those of us with 10 hit
Rub
points
it
still.
into your
Okay.
shell. Add salt to the chitin.
Oh, well, now you're just getting tasty. Okay, so let's start blasting. 15, 25, 23 to hit.
Yep.
Okay, and should we do one at a time?
Let's do it.
Okay, so that one is then going to be 8, so 13 force damage. And is there any benefit in moving it back 10 feet? If I hit one, does it bash into another one? Does it bash into a wall? Is there any benefit in kicking it back?
I mean, yeah, they'll definitely hit each other if you bounce it back. Whether or not it's going to do any good damage is kind of remains to be seen. But it is
Like
worthwhile.
real stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're right. Whatever. I just think it's fun to make them feel awkward. We've
Yeah.
been there. Hey, we were just on a damn door, so yeah. So
We can
takes
fly
the hit
too.
and gets pushed 10 feet back.
Okay, great. You said 13 damage. Okay.
And let's hit another one with a 12 with a dirty 20.
Sweet. Yep.
Yep. Oh, that's too bad. That's 8 damage.
Okay.
And enjoy that 10 feet.
Yeah, they're just
That is
bowling into
not
the other ones.
good. Well, maybe shit. 17 to hit.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okie doke.
You're not good as like plate.
Well,
AC.
I've got a plus
It's really
8.
funny.
She's used to playing level 20.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yesterday, yes.
You're
That's
like,
the
man,
thing. I'm
that's
like,
not
oh,
great. I was like, that would hit a plate wearer. Like, what is happening?
8, 9, 10, so 13 to hit. Boom, another 10 feet.
yeah, yeah.
And that is 3. So, looking up, here we go again. Haven't we done enough with you guys? Rapid fire. There we go. And then looking to take cover anywhere I can. If it's, behind the door, or if there's anything else, do a little scooting off.
Sweet. Okay, go ahead and roll me an intimidation check.
Happily.
And this is with
that
disadvantage. Because of
Okey
the
doke. I am not that intimidating. I'm 14 intimidating.
Okay. They keep on keeping on. Phales.
I want to focus fully on intimidating them, so I'm not going to make an attack or anything.
Okay.
I am going to raise melancholia above my head, and I'm gonna make just the loudest cat noises I can, like the bad cat noises too.
Yeah.
Genius.
It's
Okay.
like I want them to have the impression. Like imagining, I want them to have the impression that the cat's about to fire a laser. Its anti-air
Yeah.
weaponry is activating.
Like cat with a stomach ache who is about to fight someone.
Sick.
That's what
Okay.
I'm going for.
All right. Yeah, go ahead and roll
Like a wrong
intimidation
cat.
with advantage.
All
And I
right.
will
Canceling
roll-
out disadvantage, just straight roll.
Nice.
That's a natural one.
Oh man! You know what's funny? They've been rolling really good to resist the intimidation, except for that roll, which was terrible, but not in that one. I was like, he's got it. It's fine. He's
Anything other than a nat
anything
one. He's
other
good.
than that one, it would have been.
At least are you a positive modifier?
I feel like they're not noticing the cat above my head because I'm being so distracting beneath it.
I will say that because you are focusing entirely on that and you have melancholia, they basically stop moving, but so they're not close enough to like get in range yet, right? So they stop moving, but they're not scared.
If I see them hesitate and not be frightened, I am going to veer and run like into the nearest open doorway.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, Bailey's just dips, just like out of the street.
You're not buying it.
That brings us to Erasmus. With your standing door.
I'm gonna make door noises and fire gun noises. All right. I'm actually gonna back away like 10 feet and have the unseen servant move back 10 feet so that like I just want to create as much space and distance each time as possible. Okay, double 15s on the first attack, so 20 something. And firing at the weakest one for 6 damage.
Cool.
And then a what's your proficiency bonus this level?
3. 4.
3.
Okay, so that's a 14 to hit on second attack.
Yep, that hits.
Alright. There's a 7 damage.
Okay.
There. Do anything else? I think that's just it. Yeah, just trying to yell, scream, freak them out, cause pain, cause death, cause it's like the classic. You're being chased by a bunch of horse riders and you have 3 arrows. How do you deter? I'm always going for the lead. Is like the thought.
Okay. Go ahead and roll intimidation.
All right, at disadvantage. Damn it! I rolled a really good number, and then that other dice goes clink, clink, clink. 20, nope, 2. So that's like a 4.
4. Okay, yeah, I rolled terribly as well, but still better than that.
Just bad.
Yeah, so they're coming. Yeah. Okay, well, you definitely did drop between the two of you 2 of them.
Okay.
Which is good.
There's nothing but death here for you. Please go away.
Right? Come on.
Yeah, they're just gonna
following us this whole time because I've got harpy stink on me because I'm wearing the harpy queen's like feather cloak.
Oh God!
It's just a matter of time.
Finally, we found you.
Who knew they were such good trackers?
We're full Jurassic Park 3 here.
Yep.
Clever girl.
Okay, so I'm going to make 1 attack each, and they're going to split between you and Ryan, Erasmus. None of them are ranged, though, so you don't benefit from the... they'll just go around the door. I will roll the first 5 on you. What's your AC?
Mine?
Yeah.
So do I get the benefit of having cover or whatever a door's worth of cover is?
No, because they're meleeing, so they're basically just gonna go around.
They're all just like moving around the door. Okay.
Yeah. If they had range, they would have shot him, but yeah.
Sure. My AC in this one is 18.
18. Okay. Okay. It's 2 hits.
Which is naked with a shield.
2 hits. Let me roll those because it's not too crazy.
It's a shield and a dream.
Shield and a dream.
Came to Drakkenheim with nothing but a shield and a dream.
Okay, so you get hit for 7 bludgeoning damage. Rain, what's your AC?
15.
15. Okay, so you get hit.
Squishy.
You get hit once for 2 damage.
No.
So they basically just descend on both of you and just start swinging their clubs and trying to hit you. Cool, Brian, that's you.
And I'm, for some reason, meowing at them, screeching at them like a cat. seemed like a good thing to do. Okay, so nope,
'Cause
let's
it works
play.
so well for Pheles.
Right? All right, 16 to hit.
Cool. Yep.
Screw you. That's 7 damage and slap him around 10 feet. I'm like, oh, guys, look like you're having a hard time up there. Oh, that's great. 14 and some change. And come on, do better. 9 more.
Yep.
Take
Yep.
a little force damage, and the third one is why are you taking that 20 from me? 19, and that is good, 9, 10. So 14 more damage, and again, they're starting to bash into each other up there.
Cool. Yep.
Back to flight school, y'all. Back to flight school, and I'm looking to find any cover that I possibly can.
Yeah. So if you run, they're gonna get some AOs on you.
Not running.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, you're just in this swarm of harpies around you. You do down one of them, which is nice. So you're only gonna take 4. Thales.
Okay. So, I'm hoping that them having redirected their attention, they've taken enough of an eye off of me that I have a possibility of startling them again. So I'm gonna run out again with Melancholia. Just at the nearest one. Look at her! Look at her!
Go ahead and roll intimidation.
Yeah, thank you.
With advantage again, obviously, because you
It's a straight roll.
Yep.
Wait. The greater restoration on the phylactery, that still requires diamonds, right? Doesn't obviate the need for that.
Let me check. It might. I don't think it says.
If it doesn't say, then it doesn't.
No, it does not. Yeah, it doesn't say.
Okay, cool. Well, I don't have enough delirium to cast that then, so I'm going to just wave my cat. And this time I roll a natural 20.
Oh yeah. Okay. So you see, as you're in this
I
swarm
think I take a moment to prepare myself and workshop some cat noises, in the kind of comfort of this removed space. Just all right.
Yeah. Meanwhile, your friends outside are shooting arrows, shooting Eldritch Blast. You just find them looking at Melancholy and be like, okay, best performance.
All right, Melancholy, you got this. All right, you and me.
And it's the kick the door open, with Melancholia.
Awesome.
Yeah, so you run up to them with Melancholia. You make possibly the best cat imitation noise you possibly could, of having the worst stomach ache ever and angry forever. And they panic.
I'm hoping that it's not like a real fear thing, it's a weird neurotic disgust thing.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna if I start getting a reaction, I'm gonna start retching, something's gonna come out of me.
Yeah, they basically just da, and they start flying.
More cats might come out of you is the fear.
Yeah,
That is what I was trying to imply. Is he's got one cat. We don't know where he got it.
Okay, so each of you could take an AO on these harpies should you want, as they start to take off and fly away.
I have a ranged weapon, so I cannot.
Yeah, I don't think you can with your spells, Laurie. I don't think you can.
Oh, right.
Unless you have Warcaster.
You'd have to. Unless you have Warcaster, you'd have to stab them or something.
Just let him go. We'll see you next time.
Yeah. Let him tell the story of Bailey's the
Tell your friends.
The furriest.
Bailey's is don't come back.
Bailey's the furriest.
And I like to imagine that Melancholia is in this moment just kind of ragdolling, just being what is happening? What is going on?
I feel like somewhere between the start of it and the ragdolling, I think Pheles probably took some damage.
Well, so Pheles didn't, because it wasn't attacked.
Yeah, Bailey's.
From Melancholia. Is your-
Melancholia. Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and apply a couple points of damage.
Okay,
'cause,
yeah, you can
that
roll.
feels
We'll roll a
true.
d4. Let's see.
Yeah.
Two points of damage. Slashing damage. That's funny. She's like,
Claw
what in
attack.
God's name are you doing to me? Unhand me, sir.
Unhand me, you crustacean.
Yeah.
Crustacean. It's such a great. That's a great insult.
Unhand me, you crustacean.
Unhand me, you crustacean.
In perfectly valid comment.
Right.
It's Terra from Baldur's Gate 3.
Yes, exactly.
Yep.
Okay, cool. So the skies are clear once again as you find yourselves.
I should take a improv class or something. That was more effective than any of my spells.
That. Bonus points for remembering how much they hate cats. And hey, Melancholia, well done, you. And
She's pissed.
I'm sure is just going.
Happy. Yeah. She's like,
Yeah.
I should
yeah,
get paid.
Like I think in like contrition, I'm just like, here's all my stuff. Like just take like here's all the treats. Just when
I-
you take your head out, I'll put it away. Like
Oh, it's like, and I'm gonna offer her a. Minotaur. It's a Minotaur turkey.
the salt's bad for her.
Never mind.
I mean, a little bit's okay, but
I don't want your
Here we
sodium
go.
intake.
Good, right? It's not that salty. It's fine. I try to use more herbs, and they're hard to find here. But never mind. Okay.
Minotaurs
All
are
right.
naturally salty.
All right, we gotta get there. The battle.
Well, I'm
More
waiting
people.
for them to come to us.
You guys are killing time and killing harpies at
Right?
this point.
And killing harpies.
Yeah.
Okay, well that's a drag. I was kind of hoping that they were all gone.
Maybe we just hide for an hour. What do you guys think?
I'm perfectly happy with a little rest. Let's just relax. I don't know, unless there's something else for us to look around.
Do we know we have an hour?
Give or take, yeah. I mean,
I think if they're an hour out and they've got like a few hundred people, right?
Yeah.
I feel like if we get up to a vantage point, we can probably see them coming. Yeah. So we can situate ourselves in a position where they'll like intersect with us, and we can try to compose ourselves and look like we didn't just get rocked by some harpies.
Right.
and
And
you
they-
are fully valid soldiers for a fight against 100
Right.
armor.
Clean ourselves off a little bit, covered in
Deep
blood.
circles under the eyes.
Right.
He
Oh,
just,
oh no,
just
and
wiped-
I've
how's it going?
right? No, I've wiped the face and have just two red lines of blood from Lord of the Feast.
Nice.
Just got the war mask
Yeah,
going
there's
on,
not-
the war paint.
There's not going to be any running water out here. I don't think we're close enough to any water that we could bathe in. So, yeah, we're gonna
Nice
like.
digitate cleany thing, little. Oh shit.
Oh,
Never
I
mind.
didn't prepare that spell today.
Okay, never mind.
Sorry.
Yeah, no, nothing.
What spell?
Cool. All right, so
The
what's the game plan?
cleanup spell?
The
Yeah,
cleanup spell, yeah. Press
yeah.
Never mind. We got Mage Hand doing a little cleaning up, and Mage Hand's wiping us off.
My unseen servant will polish us up.
Slapping it away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Haley's like, get the hell off me.
Cool. So is everyone? What is the game plan? Hiding.
I think we're just hiding until the Silver Order catches up.
In a way that's like we're hiding until we're not. Like we step out like a Wild West, like like
Yeah.
out of the shadows. Of the
I like to
noon.
imagine it's very is it Bridge of the River Kwai? What is the one where you like? It's like a Nam movie where they like come pull out of the water, like out of the rubble. You-
Oh, hello.
You kind of like move your coat and you stand up in the middle of the army. Everyone's like, "Oh my god!"
Yes, Erasmus was taught by the Comanche people too.
Well,
Yeah.
so this is a good way to get shot, but it might look cool. It might be worth it.
Damn it, I'm in.
Do you want to use my
Damn it.
cloak?
Yes.
I'm gonna give you the cloak of Elven Kind. It requires attunement. It won't work for you. Sorry.
We have an hour.
Oh yeah. I'll give you the cloak of Elven Kind. So we'll step out of an alley, and you can just like rise up from the
rubble.
from like the pile of harpy corpses, just having looked like just some rags nearby.
Sick. All right.
I kind of love this though.
Awesome.
Why is that so cool?
What is so the Alpha is advantage on stealth? Is that what that is?
Yeah, it's the Frodo and Lord of the Rings cloak, right?
Yeah.
So it just it gives you advantage on stealth. Flavor wise, it theoretically kind of lets you like camouflage in with rocks and
With
like
whatever,
rubble and
yeah.
stuff.
Okay, cool. Yeah, go ahead and roll me a stealth roll. Go.
Right. Straight roll.
Now, while we're hanging out here,
Mm-hmm.
do we take advantage of looking around?
I mean, you can, but it's a trigger. And
No, I mean we
No? Okay.
waited for an hour instead of looking because we didn't want to get harpied again.
Okay.
All right.
Fair enough.
I got a 19.
19. Okay, cool. Yeah, you're totally fine.
The disadvantage hurts.
Yeah, but you can so you can lay in wait for the army should you want. It'll be a little bit. It'll probably be about 2 hours.
Oh, another 2 hours? Okay.
Well, in that case, I can use a spell
You'll
on you
be
guys.
walking an hour there. Is them walking an hour towards you?
Right. But then we spent an hour investigating, and then we're waiting an hour.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, it'll be about an hour. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll chill for an hour. We'll get Erasmus in a position where he can kind of like rise up from somewhere unexpected and look cool. And like, but maybe with a little bit of cover in case they immediately like reflex fire at him.
3 darts is too much.
No.
They just they jump on you with swords.
Do any of you need healing?
Oh, I could use some healing. Yeah.
All right. So, in that hour, I can cast some of my spells and get them back.
Oh wait, I'm gonna do prayer of healing.
Oh, you've got something. Yeah, that's 10 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah, because we got time. So that I think is that 2d8 to everybody? It's not a ton. No, plus my spellcasting ability modifier. I think that's going to use my paladin spellcasting ability modifier. So that's going to be all of us get 9 hit points. Plus whatever you throw out.
I can do mass cure wounds.
Ooh.
Or not cure, sorry. Mass healing word. It's not the good one. It's it's the one that's useful in battle, but outside of battle, not so much.
Every point helps.
Every point helps. Okay. So then you all are going to get 6 extra hit points.
Beautiful. That just about puts me at full.
And then
I'm good.
I can do it again, I guess.
I guess I have that extra max from age, so that'd be
I have a scroll of lesser restoration.
I don't think that's helpful for us right now.
Okay.
With greater restoration, we
rid
can
of
get rid of one of our exhaustions, but we need we need to spend 100 gold worth of delirium to make that work.
We've got that.
I mean, do we want to once the battle starts, the exhaustion is probably not gonna the adrenaline's gonna carry us through.
Yeah.
But it won't carry us through disadvantage on ability checks.
That's true.
I will give 2 healing potions to Thales, unless Ryan, you need one as well.
Oh wow, thank you.
Oh, no. I think I've got one. No, I think that's a great call.
Yeah.
The healing that we've seen Thales do. Need to keep him up.
Yeah,
I mean,
I
in
won't be
addition to your
doing
pleasant company.
very much or actually any of that during
He
this
won't
fight.
be able to do any of that. I just want him to live.
We still want you to be up, man. We still absolutely. No, you're part of this. We are all part of this.
This is a threat.
Maybe.
All right, so
Maybe.
you guys still have aid. I have death ward thanks to Thales. We all have water breathing. I don't think that's going to come into play. Yeah, I think that's all. And then I'm hidden in the rubble of dead bodies that we've made.
How you doing in there? Okay.
It's gonna look so cool. It's gonna look so cool.
That was
Oh,
awesome.
it definitely is. It definitely is. Now remember, be ready to dodge.
Oh, okay. And
I don't know if we can get in position where as they're coming up, Thales could signal from like an upper story of a nearby
that's what I
building,
was gonna say. Can we get on the roof?
where it looks like he's been doing a good sentry job this whole time, so that they're a little bit like less on guard.
Yeah.
Do you need a ranged weapon?
No, I'm okay.
Yeah.
My aim isn't amazing.
Fair enough.
All right. So yeah. So, Ghost is being ghosty, and yeah, and I'll
Ghost.
climb up. Up on the roof, get an idea of what's going on, and hang out and just wait.
Sweet.
Take a breath for a minute and enjoy not attacking or being attacked for a minute.
No. Great. Okay, so you have a second here, but you wanted to signal them a little bit, Thales, as they got closer?
Yeah, I just wanted to I want kind of as like to be in position for as they're coming up. I can make sure that like their scouts spot me, and then they can spot Erasmus doing his cool thing, and maybe not be frightened they're being attacked.
Got it. Okay, cool. So what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna get to I'm gonna find like a vantage point at like maybe like a second story of something, or if I can climb up the side of a building that's like low and like get to the roof and just kind of like work out where would be good to look like I'm doing a good job, and then wait
Okay.
till the last second to go up there.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
I want to look competent, but I don't want to expose myself.
Okay. Okay. Great. Yeah. So it takes about an hour or so. You can start to hear the large contingent. It's a couple dozen Silver Order members, kind of moving.
You think Bailey's
through.
whistle?
I don't know. Can you?
I don't think he can.
I don't think you can. Not with your.
I think he's gonna try to whistle for the first time.
At the very least, you could pull Melancholia's tail.
No, absolutely not.
It's already been that poor thing's already been through enough today.
I know. It might actually get an initiative with Thales.
He ends up screaming because
Yeah.
it's mauling him.
Yeah.
I'm trained in
like a performance
feline
roll or
therapy.
something to see if I can get a whistle off.
Yeah, let's do
I've
it.
definitely read books about whistling.
Yeah. I mean,
All right.
Worst comes to worst, you can make a sound with your mouth.
It's 9.
A 9. I mean, you definitely make a sound with your mouth.
Yeah.
It definitely doesn't sound like
I think I
whistling.
give up and try to like vocalize a whistle noise.
You are kind you're hiding and you kind of make the sound over the top the roof, and you see one of the scouts they're walking ahead of the army, kind of looks up at you and goes, and then looks down at the ground and sees this pile of rags in the middle of the road, and goes, "That's weird," and then just kind of goes, okay, and then just kind of shuffles off into the army. That doesn't necessarily say anything to anyone, but it's just kind of like, okay, well, I mean, at least I'm here. Yeah, this is fine. And the army arrives essentially. It's about 50, 75 people, give or take, roughly in that range, and they basically start like walking over you, Erasmus. Like not trampling you, but
before they get to me, like I'm gonna start like stepping up and out of the rubble, pushing the bodies aside, throwing the cloak into the not into the wind, with the wind, So we
Into the
don't
wind, so it whips back around.
To see that, totally forget like what he was supposed to be doing, scramble down and run after the cloak.
Wait,
The
no.
wind kind of like catches it.
Yeah, I'm not throwing the cloak off of me. I'm just throwing it in the
Oh,
you
I
know,
see, I see.
off of the shoulder, you know.
And
I was laughing. I thought Bailey was going to say, "I forget he's there and shoot."
I knock off a piece of rock so it falls under the pile of rags. Oh man. So you stand up and you throw your cloak out and you see like the first 10 people in the row in this marching column just pull their swords out and they're like, ah, wait.
It's like a Key and Peele skit. It's about
Yeah.
damn time.
Yeah.
Crazy sons of bitches.
Not anymore, you're not.
Yeah, so you are standing in front of the army with the first 10, totally just confused, and the remainder following behind in order. And you see a couple of things that you notice as Phalles, you start to look as well, and Ryan, you start to look at the army. Let's say about 65 people, give or take. They have horses, they have griffins, fully plated armor. They're ready to rock and roll. They brought everything. And you see one of the horses is ridden by Knight Captain, and rides up into the front of the contingent, and kind of stops at the front of his men and just goes, "Ghost, is that you?"
Perimeter secured, Commander.
Well done, son. Well done. Kind of looks around at nothing and it's just kind of like, where the fuck did you even come from?
When he looks away, I'm like, skirt. No, I'm kidding. I'm gonna go hide behind something new like Batman.
Pop out next to him. So anyways, as I was saying.
The vortex warp him over there. He's like, oh.
Yeah. Says, well done, son. This is great. We're still about an hour or so march to the gate, and then we will begin the assault. How fared your adventure?
I pull out the heart.
Sick. He goes, what is that?
And I make sure everyone within 2 ranks of him can see it.
He goes, excellent.
He's like, what is that? It's like, oh, we should have done the head.
Why is there bites on it? Oh, what?
Yeah.
Looks like Garmier have less heart in this battle than they thought they had.
Excellent job, Ghost. And looks back and says, well, we are one head of the snake down. And everyone kind of raises up a cheer. Morale is very, very much improved. Everyone's like, all right, now we can do it. Let's go.
I like to imagine like there's some dialogue happening like, who the fuck is this guy?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
But like, not like it's cool, but like, is this normal? This is my first time. Like,
Yeah,
what's
that's,
going on?
it's like further in the back. They're like, why are we cheering? Like, what are we? I can't even.
Some guy has a heart.
Did we win?
Okay.
Yeah, some guy has a big heart.
By the time it gets back to the end, I don't know. It's really hard.
Yeah.
This fight's
There was
really
a-
hard. I'm out.
There was a snake, and it's apparently really hard. Like,
I didn't sign up for this.
yeah.
This isn't the Navy.
Great. Yeah. So you are now standing. I imagine, Ryan, you have come down, or out of your hiding place, and the Knight Captain goes, "Well, let us make our way to Temple Gate with the confidence that we will bring the Garmin what they deserve in the city of Drakkenheim."
And Lord Elias Drexel fares well. He went to rejoin his contingent, and so they should be on track to lead us in the pincher as planned.
Excellent. Yes, we had word from one of his scouts that he was in position and waiting for the sun to set.
Oh, okay.
All right. And he kind of pulls his sword out and does like the forward march, and everyone just kind of starts to march. And it's funny because they're not marching to battle; they're just kind of like walking forward. So it seems kind of weird that he pulled his sword out. But it is kind of.
Does the sword glow?
No, it does not.
Mm.
So yours is objectively cooler because
yours is better.
I
think if he's doing that, then for once I will not be doing that. Like I'm a sense that it's not my moment.
I will say that it is a little weird seeing the Silver Order march, as opposed to have like smaller bands.
Yeah. I imagine they're not super well practiced at this sort of troop movement.
That's the thing. Yeah, it's like they're very highly skilled in like small group movement. They're very tactical. They're very professional at like groups of like 6, right?
Mm-hmm.
But when it's like 10 groups of 6, everyone's kind of confused. They're like, how do we like march in time? So everyone's kind of like a little bit off. Not like terribly, like they're all trying, but like a little bit off. And so it's kind of funny because it's not. They're obviously well trained, but they're clearly not like an army that has seen combat. They are groups that have seen combat, but not an army that has seen combat.
Can I be like telepathically reaching out to the most like jittery looking people and just be like in their own voice in their head, being like, I got this. This is gonna be fine. This is gonna be great. Actually.
Yeah, you absolutely can.
This is gonna be really good for me.
And it's gonna be great. I'm gonna thoroughly enjoy this.
I've had a good feeling about all of this.
Go ahead and give me.
This is God. You are the chosen one.
I can't do a God voice. I can only whisper to people in their own voice. I can't even do my own voice.
This
arguably
is
even funnier.
God.
That's fantastic. You're God.
This is you. I'm you. I'm you, and you're gonna be great.
I am you, and you are God, and you're the chosen one, right?
This is your moment.
Yes.
This is your moment. Make sure you protect that young man over there named Ghost. Whatever you do.
I'm just trying to like
charge in as a last stand.
I'm just trying to like give a little bit of confidence to the least confident looking people.
They all charge in for like a last stand. It's like the very beginning of the fight. Everyone's like, "Wait, what are you doing? This is like it's tactics. It's a siege." Like,
that's what happened to the Witch King.
Yeah, exactly.
One telepathic guy
one telepathic guy. Go ahead and give me just a charisma roll and see how you do with this guy.
Disadvantage.
Yes.
Oh, God.
That's a natural 1.
Oh God.
Just
you don't make it worse, but now they're confused. They're like, wait, I don't. What is happening? No, I don't feel confident.
Somebody calls out, guard yourself against telepathic intrusion.
Yeah, you inspire the one person, but that one person has called up an alert.
Like litanies, to ward off evil spirits.
Yeah.
I will be the first among them at that point.
There starts to be a chaplain just walking down the center. Just...
Lady person's on fire.
Oh no.
I feel like we are the guardsmen about to face orcs.
Yeah.
Is what this like narrative is.
Oh man. Okay. Yeah, so you the army starts to march forward, and as it starts to kind of move towards Temple Gate, there is definitely not going to be an encounter roll here. You're too large. Everything that is even considering attacking you is scared off by 65 plus people.
Yeah.
But as you're moving, the Knight Captain starts to describe Temple Gate itself, and then what they have with them and what the general goals are. So he describes that there are Griffin riders. So obviously there are Griffins that are walking with you. A couple in the sky. There's 2 in the sky, and then 2 that are on the ground with their riders. There's cavalry. There's about 6 of those, and then however many other soldiers that are walking, about 50, 55 or so. And he describes that in order to take the gate itself needs to be open. And the chance of the gate being open when an attacking force moves on it is pretty small, even with the Lord of the Feast being cut down. So you will need to open the gate, or maybe not you, but someone will need to open the gate. And so whether or not that chooses to be, you choose that to be your job, or you are on the front lines with them as they fight and they wait for the gate to open, is entirely up to you. But the gate needs to be opened. There are 2 winches on the inside that need to be opened. It will take a certain amount of time if you decide not to go for that to occur. And while that is happening, you'll be fighting outside the gate. And then when it is open, you have to clear the rest of it, which will take a certain amount of time. So, what is the desire?
I imagine at the least, like, opening the gate would probably be a blow to morale to the army that is quite sure the gate is not supposed to be open right now.
Yep.
Any kind of bad surprise is good to throw at people. Do we know what kind of defenses they have, the Garmir have installed?
From what you have seen as you walked by,
Mm-hmm.
and then what the Knight Captain is telling you, there's, walls and portcullises, like, arrow slits that would be well manned with crossbows or bows and arrows. There's also 2 ballistas on either, one on either side of the gate itself.
Are those mounted? No, those are just in front of the gate.
No, they're mounted. So on both sides of the gate, there's a tower, and then at the top of the tower, there's the ballistas. In the tower is where the winches are.
Oh,
So,
very good.
Yeah, so think of like the gate itself is a big wooden gate, and then there's like 2 towers on either side on the inside of the gate.
And the towers are where the winches are, right?
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
And so both need to be opened.
One on each side, yeah.
Yep. So both need to be open for the gate to open.
Very good. Is it the kind does it look like that there's like a walkway for transit between the towers, or there's probably on the interior a exit door on both sides?
That's what you've seen when you cross through the Followers of the Falling Fire, that gate. That's what it seemed like, and this is a very similar situation. Is that there's a door on the bottom of the left one and the door on the bottom of the right one. There didn't seem to be any like transit opportunities up top.
Okay.
There was an arch, or at least the remnants of an arch for the Followers of the Falling Fire one, but it didn't seem wide enough.
It's wall. It's not wall with a passage.
Exactly.
Wall with a walkway on top.
Yeah, so if you were to get on top of it, you could walk from 1 to 1, but you climb up, you go down 1, and then you could choose to go back up and cross over.
Is this kind of a simpler gate than the one with the spiders? Like this one doesn't have like murder holes or anything?
I mean, it does on the outside. So
coming into the sides rather than straight down.
Yeah. So if you were to walk into the gate itself, there's basically just like a door on either side, and then there's probably like living stuff,
arrow slits and things rather than like murder holes.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Cool. That makes things pretty simple, I think. I was hoping to use this for something else. I do have a scroll of Dimension Door. Which I believe I could use to take myself and one of you into one of these towers and probably cause a ruckus pretty quickly. Do we want? Does that sound good, or would we rather stay together and fight our way to the towers?
The Knight Captain goes, I can send a contingent to fly you up to the top with the Griffin Riders, should you need a quick way in.
Oh, really?
Yes.
But
I like that.
I am not comfortable sending my own troops into a place that I cannot go with them, and I need to be on the front lines.
Yeah, and can't scout it either. You know, there's
Exactly.
no knowing what's in there.
You have proven yourselves.
Garmer can pack in real tight.
Yes, they're much like rats. Luckily, we don't have any of them to deal with here.
What do you guys think? Should we go try to open? Should not
So,
try.
Looking,
Should we go do the gates?
just double checking on the numbers. We're severely outnumbered, right?
Not severely, but definitely outnumbered. At least on this side of the wall. You don't know how many the hooded lanterns brought, but it's probably a pretty even fight.
Okay. Well, that's good to hear.
Yeah, it's probably 1-to-1 if the pincer goes off the way the ears do.
Okay, so at this point, it's probably less a question of who wins and more a question of, like, is this a totally Pyrrhic victory and Drakkenheim is lost anyways because there's not enough people left to, like, do anything about it?
Yeah, because there's, like, 10 people, there's no leaders.
Yeah. Okay. Wow. Let's do it.
So if they can get us up, let them manage things out here, and we'll do what we do inside and get the gate open.
Yeah. And we should. I expect the interior gate is not going to be quite so heavily defended. The reverse side. Oh, do we need to winch both? We would need to turn both the winches at the same time, right?
No. Like, the way that the night captain was describing it.
We're removing like a lock on a counterweight rather than actually moving the gate.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You're essentially saying like open, right? And you're like kicking the hold or whatever on it, and it will open.
Cool. Yes, I think we can do this quite efficiently.
They can fly us up, and then we can either be, well, I guess we probably won't be very sneaky if they're flying us up on a griffin.
No, we're going to get shot big style as we're flying in.
Indeed.
But you know, if the Lord Commander's willing to risk a griffin on us, it would be churlish of us to turn down the call to adventure.
Oh,
It's
I think we do this.
I don't think these Garmir are going to be as good at shooting as the Lord of the Feast was. Can't be, right? Then they'd all be Lords of the Feast.
We took care of him. We got this.
There's 100 Lord of the Feast there. Just chaos.
No, okay. So this makes sense. We function great as, I guess, a lot like the Silver Order, a small strike team. Hopefully, most of the freaking Yamirs will be distracted by everything else that's going on. Let's get in there and do it.
Absolutely.
Take it one side at a time.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, we can do this.
Yes. So maybe maybe wait until we probably want to deploy have all the forces kind of engaging at once, so fire gets a little bit split because I don't know what the range on their bows are, but I know those arrowheads can be nasty.
Indeed. The goal is that we will push as you make your flight to the towers to draw their fire and distract them long enough for you to at least get inside the first tower, and then we will continue the fighting. But
I've never been on a griffin before. Is it safe?
Oh no, definitely not in a fight. No, absolutely not. But you'll be fine. Our griffin riders are fantastic.
Good.
not as safe as magic, Fairly.
Yeah.
It'll be okay. So
Right. That's the saying. I forgot the full. Magic is the safest form of suicide.
Safe
I
is
got to start
meaning
writing these down. So
least
magic is
collateral.
I'm so
Oh
confused.
no, just magical research is the safest form of suicide. In that it is the surest.
Right. Great.
Perfect. So I understand. We'll be going up on the Griffin, and at the same time, troops will be coming in from both sides, and maybe going after those ballistas or keeping them occupied.
Keeping them
I- I-
occupied
We
is
have a better
definitely
chance to get up.
I think
Okay.
we're probably Team Ballista, just because they're going to be in the towers that we're working to crank.
All right. Like Team Ballista while we're going up, so they don't get us. Or the
down,
Griffin.
depending on what
Those Griffins are amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
If we've gotten that far, there's no real risk of us being hit by a ballista anymore. But it would still be, other people are still going to be getting shot by ballista. And let me tell you, I've never been shot with one personally, but I saw a guy, and let me tell you, he had a bad time.
Hey, when we get up there as we're going in, let's see if we can take it out. Take them out.
You see one of the guys in the back be like, "I was hit by a ballista, and his arm is replaced with a shield. Like it's like he's just got like a shield attached to it. It's like, yes, I was hit by a ballista. It wasn't a fun time."
Okay. Find me in Emberwood after this. I will buy you as many drinks as you can stomach. I need to hear the story. But let's survive first.
And they still let this guy in the armed forces.
I'm sorry, it's the armed forces.
Yeah, he's good. He's got a good arm.
Okay, well, this
I was
sounds
gonna
like a
get
plan.
Shield Guy's name, but then I realized he's gonna be Shield Guy no matter what his name is.
Yeah,
so
100%. Yeah, and I've already juiced him up a little bit. He's already shield guy. You're gonna
You
find
can just
him
call him
often.
Sheldon.
Yeah.
All right. Well, this
Right.
okay. This is good. This feels like a solid plan.
Great.
Right.
So you discuss the plan pretty much all the way to the gate, and as you turn one of the corners, you see Temple Gate yet again. Except this time, instead of being absolutely covered with Garmir on the external, you see the gates are very firmly closed. Two ballistas up top are basically swarmed with Garmir, and you see torchlight flickering in and out of all of the various windows and arrow slits that are within, and you hear a bunch of commotion happening inside. Not necessarily sounds of battle, but kind of raised voices that you have heard often as you have been fighting the Gardener.
Well, I guess we're not sneaking up on them.
If only I had that spell slot, we could be invisible.
Great. So then the Knight Captain goes, all right, when night begins to fall, we will assign to you your chimeras, one for each of you. I'm going to send my contingent of 4 up with you, and we will rush the gate to give you as much cover as we could possibly give you on your ascent.
Excellent.
Thank
Thank you very much.
You have about an hour before we begin. I told Elias Drexel that we would begin at sundown, and he kind of looks over his shoulder to the sun, like sort of slowly kind of sinking behind the horizon.
Did Lord Drexel say which of the towers he was aiming to infiltrate?
He didn't say anything about the tower specifically. It's possible they have the same plan, but I haven't coordinated with him past that.
Okay.
My understanding was that they were going to attack the other gate simultaneously, so we split their forces. Yes, but the ballistas are only on this side of the wall. They would be hard pressed to shoot at the other side. They have a much smaller force on that side of Hooded Lanterns, but
very good.
Okay.
It would be fun if we could operate the ballistas, but that probably feels ambitious.
Well, what I know about things that happen in Drakkenheim is nothing's impossible. See what
He
happens when we get up there.
gets off his horse and says, I need to meet with my men and organize them for battle. Your riders will approach you in an hour, and we will begin then. Good luck. If I did not see you, farewell, and I am proud to fight by your side. He gives a very hearty salute and then walks off. And then he's turns around.
See you in
and
the
says,
heart of it, Commander. We'll see you in the heart of it. We'll see you at the very center, wherever the thickest of the enemies can be found. I'll meet you there.
Perfect. Bring that heart with you. And he walks back into the group of them, who are setting up little cook fires to have a little meal before they go.
I'm gonna turn to Erasmus. Erasmus, I think he's warming up to me. I'm sure during that conversation he did not make eye contact with Fayleys.
I literally just say, I don't think he remembers who you are.
Oh, that's warming up. That's excellent. Yeah.
Every time he sees you, you're different.
No, I was sensing outright hostility earlier, and so really just no regard is a huge step up.
There's bigger bugs to fry out here.
Because I've got the chitin.
Yeah. Hey, and you know what? Really, with your appearance continues to change, it's kind of the best disguise kit you could have if you ever wanted one.
Oh. Josh,
yes.
Was that just flavor, or is my natural armor reduced?
For the acid?
From the acid, yeah.
Well, because that's why I asked. You have magic armor. I was assuming magic armor from the chitin. Your natural armor.
I have magic armor. The chitin, it doesn't act like normal natural armor. That's a flat bonus. But I think it would, if it melts armor, I think it would make sense to be this is reduced until a long rest.
Okay. I mean, yeah, if you're on board with it, I was just assuming that the chitin itself was magical in that respect, so I wasn't going to give.
I think it's literally just biological. I think okay. I'm just mutated.
Yeah, and then you could take the minus to -1. It's just a 1 because you only took 1 hit. So.
All right, so yeah, then 18.
Cool. Okay. Sweet. So an hour passes. You can kind of spend it however you would like. In this hour, each of your Griffin Riders walks up to you and greets you. Ghost, you have seen them, each of them a couple times. You don't really know them too heavily. The Griffin Riders are...
Okay. So it's not any of the characters.
No. They're not secretive, but elitist is the word that kind of comes to mind, right? Griffins are incredibly expensive.
Right. They're like the crew chiefs of the army.
Yeah. And it seems like the kind of thing that once you get a Griffin, this is your personality now,
100%.
right?
That's exactly
it comes with aviator sunglasses.
Yeah.
You're doing 8 hours a day of Griffin care and training in addition to your job.
It's like
They've all
in the
got
Air
the
Force.
Griffin tattoo.
Yeah. It's like in the Air Force when you get assigned the F-22. That becomes your whole thing, right?
Yeah.
But
or just being a pilot in general, it's such a small percentage.
But I feel the people who are the B2s, they don't talk about it because they can't talk about it, but they don't talk about it. They're just nope, I just do this thing. This is my job.
I fly planes. That's all they say.
Yeah, exactly. I like flying planes. It's fun.
I fly a plane that literally has a bed and a microwave in it that also has the possibility of ending a nation.
Ending the world,
Fayleys is fully going to the whole gravity of this mission is going to go out of his head for a moment, and he's going to be like, "Oh my goodness, what? So what's it like riding a Griffin?"
So I think each of the personalities of each of yours is. Erasmus, you get the B2 flyer, right? Who's just I like flying Griffins.
Don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, he's just I'll get you there. Ryan, yours is definitely the F-22 fighter, where he's just it's gonna be fine, kid. You'll be great. Just hold on, follow me. And I think
the last one is the A-10 Warthog.
Yeah. I think the last one is essentially that, but it walks up to Fayleys, and Fayleys gets really excited. And instead of it being a yeehaw personality, it's Crush's son from Finding Nemo. We're gonna have a great flight today. Now remember, when we get up there and you make your descent, you rip it, roll it, and punch it. You'll be fine. And he's just talking really fast, really excited. basically you were excited. You were asking tips, and he's just like, "It's gonna be fine. Just do a barrel roll. You'll land right on your feet. You'll be great. Just stand up. You'll be fighting force, ready to rock and roll. Let's go."
Is he giving him like his nickname, like call sign, like all right, Bugman, you know, like
Yeah, yeah. But he's like going through a couple of them, trying it out.
Please let me know what they land on.
What's the weird nickname that he introduces himself with?
Yeah, what's their call signs?
Oh man.
Oh, look at you. Hey, Josh, what's the call signs?
I know.
Yeah,
I'm like,
ADM.
oh, shit.
Yeah, ADM.
Wait, let's see if someone has a call sign generator.
Yeah,
oh my
let's
God,
do it.
I think it exists.
Call
It
sign
exists. Call sign generator.
generator.
You need to give them a first and last name, and it'll try and make that work. I think.
Oh no.
All right.
Too much work.
Here we go.
All right, I'll
It
say
says don't
Tim,
use numbers.
Buds.
I'm imagining something like Boggle.
Oh, they got like cool ones. This is a lame generator. They got like Renegade, Storm
Sure.
Shadow. This is dumb.
It's like
yeah.
the
Oh.
They should be
Delirium
borderline.
Oh, there's one. There's fantasy name generators. Aviator call sign generator. There we go. Sick. All right.
But they better be bad. Okay, yeah, they're bad.
Yeah, they're bad. It's awesome. So all right.
What's the
They're
guy's
bad.
name? Is it Cooter?
So no, it's not good. So Erasmus, yours is nobody, which is dope.
That's 3 syllables. That doesn't seem valid.
Well, a lot of
like
things are long, like Darkwing, Mountain, like they're long.
Right,
Yours
but
is
they're
on here.
the
Yours is
Tuesday
Ghost.
2-syllable one. Yeah.
They say the second they say the second 2 syllables really fast, so it's kind of like one.
Nobody.
Nobody.
It could just be
Nobody.
Chum. Okay, yeah, Ryan, yours is Butcher. Because
Ooh,
of
Butcher.
course it would be.
Ooh,
But I
at the
think
same
it
I
time,
matches.
love
Never-
that.
Never for the reason you think it is.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh.
this guy probably butchers every mission he's on.
100%. Yeah. And
butcher, too.
let's see.
Want some jerky?
I got Ghost and
What
Nobody
is
hanging out.
yours? Bugsy. Failures.
Okay, so he's Bugsy.
Bugsy.
So good.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah, and it has cycled through Bugman, Shell Dude.
Well, I can't be Bugman if you're Bugsy, right?
No, that works great. No, it's awesome. It will be.
You think?
Yeah.
I like it. I just you know.
Yeah.
I
No,
was
it's a
worried that-
pair of bugs. No, it'd be great.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Gotta
Bugsy,
be-
Bugman,
Yeah.
that's it.
Yeah.
It's Bugly.
Bugly.
Can't lose.
Great.
Bugman.
Yeah. So we'll do. The problem
Bugsy,
is that these
Butcher,
are-
and Nobody.
Yeah. Let's do. I kind of want to make yours a little bit simpler.
I mean, if you want to make mine
Erasmus.
simpler, just be Body.
Or
We'll just do. Oh, making him. It'd be Ghost.
Oh, that would be funny as
That's
hell.
sick. Let's make it Ghost. Let's make the call sign
God
Ghost.
damn it.
Yeah, let's
I would
do
love
it.
if you introduced yourself as Ghost and he did not listen to your name and then just made that up as a name and he's just like, no, not that. Your name's Ghost.
Oh man.
You look like
no.
a ghost to me.
We'll make his will be Fox. How about
Okay.
that? Just simple,
Fox.
like because it's
Yeah.
very demure, very mindful. Cool. So yeah. So what? Fox, Butcher, and Bugsy
Hell yeah.
introduce themselves in their own various ways to you, and they are super excited to fly the mission. You kind of see that a Butcher is not nervous, but like excited nervous, like
Okay.
almost like it's their first time. It's clearly not like their first mission, but they have like the we're gonna get him, it's gonna be great kind of vibe, right? Bugsy's just excited, just excitable, just be like, I love flying. Flying's like my thing, right? And so it's gonna be great. It's gonna be a super fun mission. And Fox is just like, we're gonna get in, we're gonna get out. Let's rock and roll. Like he's just locked in, no nerves at all on Fox.
Fox is a cool guy. I like
Yeah.
this. I like this. Yeah.
And you see that the
I'm just gonna be like anytime Bugsy stops for breath, I'm just gonna jump in with a never-ending string of questions about like Griffin care and you ever do a flip and how the most flips you did in a row.
and it's that conversation for an hour.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Oh,
So
look at the time. We've got to go kill.
yeah,
people.
we gotta go. Whoa. You see the army start to kind of like start to split up into different columns as the Knight Captain kind of starts to move through and give, speeches, but also organize. And you see the cavalry starts to organize at the front. Their horses are starting to get armored. Cinches are kind of starting to tighten up. Armor is placed in a charge position. Like they're putting the shields kind of up front to cover the head, things like that. They're starting to kind of get ready as the sun kind of starts to dip below the horizon. And each of the Griffin Riders, if they walked away, which in case of Bugsy has not walked away, but have prepped their Griffins, and they walk up to you and they say, "All right, Knight Captain says it's time to go." And you see they very quickly kind of throw each of their legs over in their own way, right? Bugsy, whoop, kind of quick on. Fox just easily, like he's done it 1,000 times, just boop. Butcher, there's a and then just like goggles down, like ready to rock and roll. And you just see Fox kind of looks over at Butcher and just goes, okay, settles in, kind of ties the hair back, loosens the sword in the scabbard a little bit, feels the saddle. Bugs, I think, just jumps up and just pats the saddle, and it's just like, come on, we gotta go, it's time to go. And pulls out.
I think Bailey's probably has a set of goggles, like sandstorm goggles, but like just for like quiet reading in case someone runs up and throws sand in his eyes.
So you put those on, and Bugsy turns around with goggles, goes, and then looks at Melancholia and gives them to Melancholia. Just like doesn't put them on her, but like hands them to her, and like she's gonna grab them.
I'm gonna see if she'll wear them.
Oh yeah, she wears them. She's like, "Oh, that's fascinating. Oh, what a weird." Okay. You can tell she's like kind of interested in like riding the bird, which is kind of funny. Like it's not like a scared thing. She's like, "Cool bird." Like I didn't know birds got this big that I could fly.
By riding this bird, I prove that I am the bigger cat.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's I will never, not only have I conquered all birds by riding this bird, but
I will definitely like see if the Fox has a pair of goggles for myself and for Olive, the raccoon.
Yeah. So Fox only has a set for you, but what is fun is Fox has a side saddle with like a little pouch.
Oh my God! This is really safe, little buddy.
Yeah. And so it like hands you the goggles and just kind of looks at all of them and goes, "I don't have a set, but they could be in here," and like pulls out the little thing, and you can see that there's like gear in there, but it latches really well, and so it's like you could tighten and it's not a problem. But it also seems to have a quick release, so should it need to, like if it's if the griffin's going down, as soon as it gets to the ground, just like drop it real quick so that it all just like fall, kind of tumble.
I'm gonna make sure there's like some sort of parachute.
Yeah, there's like cloth in there, so
cloth.
Yeah, easy.
And I'm gonna put rations in there so she's incentivized to stay.
Hey, don't go anywhere.
Stay where the food is, not where the violence is.
Yeah. Cool. So as you board your griffins, you walk up to the front, and the army starts to kind of move forward into the empty plaza around Temple Gate, and the sun finally sets behind, and you see the number of torches in front of you, and also the number of torches behind you. As this is going to be a night fight, it is going to be kind of difficult to see, but it is a tactical decision because griffins don't have torches, so you are harder to see by the ballista.
Yeah, so everyone's gonna pull the torches out. I'm gonna get my sword out, and Bug's gonna be like, no.
Yeah, Bug's like, no. Wait, we're flying. What are you even doing? The whole point of the
so we didn't get lost, like.
Bugsy points and just says, "It's right there."
I've gotten lost over shorter distances.
And the Knight Commander kind of steps forward, and kind of turns to face the army, and says, "Let's take this gate for Drakkenheim, for our children, and for the future generations to come." And kind of turns and just starts to march towards Temple Gate. And that's where we're gonna go ahead and end for today. And we will do the big old battle next time with our newly formed Griffin Riders. I have a feeling that Thales is going to want a Griffin after this.
Can we? I was just gonna say, do we get to keep them when we're done?
No, you can buy them. Like not these ones specifically, but you could buy a Griffin.
If you get high enough in prestige, you get offered a Griffin.
That is actually a thing. That is actually a thing.
Earlier, like the first one of the first episodes when we were talking to them, I'm like, wait, if I join this faction, I get what now? Oh hell yeah, I'm sticking with this.
Yeah.
I mean, look. As much as Thales wants a Griffin, he also wants every other crazy thing in Drakkenheim. I don't think that no matter what, like, I don't think Thales is gonna get to a point where they're like, yeah, let's sell him one of our 4 Griffins. Like,
look, it's not a piece of furniture. It's, you know,
I'll let you ride my Griffin when I get one. Don't worry.
Woof.
Sick.
But we could chip in and get one for Erasmus.
Yeah.
You know, we could. Oh,
give it to me.
I feel like he's probably gonna end up with his own. Damn. Okay, this is cool. And we're ready.
Yeah, ready to rock and roll. So this is one of the pivotal moments in Drakkenheim. This 24 hours, 48 hours that you are operating in is basically going to shift the landscape within Drakkenheim pretty significantly. So this is exciting. You guys are at a pivotal moment. And what comes after this is literally hinging on what you do next. So,
oh boy,
this is very exciting.
Oh boy,
you guys, that's awesome. We totally won't mess it up.
Well, it's gonna be great. Well, there's no messing it up. It's just doom a whole city or save it.
We gotta figure it out.
Plenty of directions, and they're all good.
Cool.
You know, we're going riding Griffins.
Yeah, it's gonna be sick.
You're doing a stealth mission on Griffin.
We're gonna get 100 feet into the air, still like 500 feet away from the gate, immediately get shot by 2 ballista bolts and crash into the dirt, like in the middle of the Garmier army.
We're not gonna do a Black Hawk down. God damn it.
It's like, well, let's try again. It couldn't get worse.
It's gonna be Thales with his like rock, like improvised weapon, just leaning against the wall, throwing them at like another Lord of the Feast. Like,
he's the perfect distraction with his glowing sword.
Yeah.
Right. What do you mean another Lord of the
no, it's just in Black Hawk Down he's shooting a pistol at a tank. So
nice.
That was
oh no, that was Saving Private Ryan. Yeah.
Yeah, but there's a scene where the guys just pick up rocks and start throwing the rocks because they run out of ammo.
Yeah.
Hey, whatever works. All right, sir, this was awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much. We will see you next week.
Yeah.
Beautiful.